Still not the latest.
Hi, not too bad, thanks. Not too bad.
You should have introduced him as Drunkle. That would have been funny. And Drunkle's over there, and then he sounds normal.
I don't think he'd forgive me. We love you, Drunkle. We love you, Drunkle. Better soon. Did not.
Default.
Hi, Chad.
Hello, chat. It's just me and Sam.
Hello.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is?
What?
It's the same time. It's a fucking problem every fucking time. I updated fucking OBS and I forgot that it resets everything to default. So you have to go through and reset your mic and reset your headphones for every single scene you've created, including this one. So, yeah, I was talking to nobody. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to AAA episode 308, a full day late. And Sinatra's here, of course.
No, you're not. It's not the latest the show's ever been. If we just take it like we didn't do it before.
Right.
Alive.
But you see that little trophy in the background there off to the right? That's because I have been the latest, and it could be yours too. If you want to do a later show than I have.
Wow, this is insane. I'm hearing all this for the first time.
You're telling me this for the first time. This is the first time hearing of this.
Yeah, Drunkle might be through later, we think. But we did...
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, we did bounce it on him with late notice, as I did to Sinatra. That, hey, look, hey, things are, previously scheduled unforeseen events are causing problems that it's difficult to start today. So why don't we, could we postpone it till tomorrow? And Sinatra was like, hey, that actually works out better. And I was like, hey, it does. And Drunkle was like, hey, it doesn't. I'm like, well, shit. So here we are a day later, and Drunkle might be along. But Sam's here.
Outvoted.
Yeah, right? It's just...
Indeed, yeah. No, hopefully Drunkle could join us. Yeah,
absolutely.
If he shows up, I shall gracefully bow out.
Well, you're not taking a spot on the couch. We got the Picard head floating like off to the right here, so it's you're sitting on the edge of the couch, as my mom always tells me not to do, because it flattens the armrest.
Oh, but I'm so lightweight and courteous to the furniture. How could that possibly happen?
And
That's
only
true.
around 5 pounds because you're just ahead.
Exactly. No brain, just ahead.
Don't ask me how I know much a human head weighs.
Sinatra, how do you think Polly knows how much a human head weighs?
He's probably weighed a few.
You said not to ask you, so I asked Snoot instead.
You know the interesting thing about human heads and how much they weigh? A good amount of it is the blood.
Yeah, liquid's heavy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense.
If you have a severed human head and you severed the head long after rigor mortis is set in and the bloods begin to congeal inside the head, it's pretty much always going to weigh that. amount, which is probably going to be closer to 8 to 10 pounds. But if you drain the body before you start dismembering it, the head's only going to weigh like 5 pounds.
So, let me get this straight. Is blood heavier than brain matter then?
No, it's not. Brain tissue is
It's not,
heavier than
okay.
blood. But, you know, once you drain out a brain or dry out a brain, like it dries down to the size of a walnut. You know what I mean? There's just not much there.
Oh, most of us.
Like, it's when I was doing the cocktail hour with Weibo, and I said, so I got my second channel up, and I'm thinking of what kind of content I want to put there. And the first video I think is going to be a tutorial on how to completely dismember a human body with nothing but a hobby knife, an X-Acto knife, because that's all you actually need.
Intriguing.
See, you don't need bone saws and blah blah blah. Just you go the
Oh.
joints and etc. And you know,
You don't need those. Some of us prefer a thorough job.
excuse me, you just by going at the joints and the joints alone after draining.
Look.
Hey, I'm saying that you're proficient at this.
See, Sinatra, when he dismembers bodies, he doesn't do it in feet and inches. He uses the metric system. So, unfortunately, some of the measures involve cutting through bones.
Yeah, that's true.
Can relate.
And Super 21 asks, "Is that Sam?" Yeah, that is Sam.
It is.
The Picard avatar. I got to put a beret on him, you know, and just
Oh, yes.
a little baguette off to the
Yes,
side, perhaps, because everyone here has hats.
Leaning
But you.
against the wall.
Yeah, I'll find a better one. I threw that one together in a rush, you know, for the next time you come by. You got the light on the coming from the window on the side of your face just right, though. Because
Oh, dude, look at me. I'm so shiny and glorious.
yeah,
He's fancy.
you don't get it. He's a Frenchman who talks like a Brit. It's perfect.
Eh bien, ouais.
So look at the chat here. Seeing who's all here. Wow, it's everybody. That's awesome. And thank you everyone for showing up a day late. Makes it the greatest chat online. Ken Butler and gayest person on YouTube. TC, as I said. Number 21, TC. Fuck. Puff Estonia there. Gospel's here. Saurus.
Just while we're looking, yeah, I owe S7 21 a little bit of an apology. They very graciously donated to me a while back, and we ended the show right before the donation came through.
Ah.
I'm sorry, bud. Didn't ignore it. I did see it. We'll shout you out again on the relevant show. Didn't you hear?
On the relevant show. See, not many people know this, but the sitting room for AAA is on the outskirts of Noir City.
Outsquirts.
I'm leaving that alone.
Don't make it gross.
Well, you know, we're talking about brain matter, and so it occurs to one, does it not?
No, that's not what was occurring to me. I don't know. When I was looking for articles for yesterday for today, or yesterday for yesterday, but eventually for today, you get what I mean. A whole bunch of, I don't know, sexually charged content, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. And I'm like, this is turning into like a smut show. Then I realized, you know, it kind of already is. I don't know. Do you want to sit there and talk about like lubes with a bunch of other dudes? I don't think so.
Oh, I mean, it's not Wednesday anymore.
What? What is Because
Yeah, that's Wednesday activities, Polly.
usually on Wednesday I talk about a bunch of sex shit.
No, not you.
Oh.
Me.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Why?
This is Wednesday.
Hump day? I'm missing something.
Exactly.
You
got it. You got it.
Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, Sinatra, how are you doing? What did you end up doing yesterday that was more fun than AAA?
I had a kid thing to do.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, it was something I had to go to.
Well, all right.
And I don't want to get too far into it. I hope you understand.
I
It was
do.
a piano recital. It was a beautiful event, and Sinatra was very proud.
I don't think any of my kids are smart enough to play piano.
Yeah, it was a recorder version of Let It Go. It was fucking horrifying. I got an MP4 of it. I was horrified.
Look for that in the upcoming donations changes.
They weren't even
Oh,
playing the
dear me.
recorder. His kid was just standing out to the side with a triangle waiting for the last note of the song to play.
Ding.
Yeah.
Ding.
How's about you, Polly? How are you?
I've had a long day. I had a long day yesterday. I had a long day today. I just got home in time to start up the show. And here we are, ready to go.
Excellent. I'm excited.
Are you?
Hello,
Yeah.
excited. I'm Matthew.
Yeah,
so
it's that
glad
kind
you
of
didn't go
energy
with
today,
that.
is it? Fuck. Whew. This could be a long couple hours, man. Shit.
You don't want to give it all right at the beginning.
We gotta tease people. Gotta tease people a little. That's what it is.
It's I've been really tired the past couple of days, like more than normal.
Well, upcoming recorder recitals notwithstanding, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
no,
exactly going to charge the system.
Nodding off. But I don't know what's going on. I have been just exhausted.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've been exhausted, but not for the past couple of weeks, past couple of years. I don't know if my poor sleep schedule is finally catching up with me. My poor eating habits. I'm just turning into an old man. I have no idea.
Maybe you might just be an old fart.
Yeah, I'm collectively getting like 50 hours of sleep in a week. I don't know.
Been to that
50 in a
beach that makes you
week?
old.
What?
50 in a week doesn't sound that bad.
Hold on, I'm doing head
Wait.
math.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on.
As a disembodied head, I feel it is my duty to perform the mathematics. It's not good, people. It's not good. It's not looking good.
It's like
Carry the 3.
Well, I've got other things to talk about.
It's like seven and change a night.
Is it? Yeah, okay, I don't get anywhere close to fucking 50-50. I'd be like a fucking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed man. I'm not even close to that shit.
Right. The idea of you with that much sleep, Polly, frankly, it scares me.
Yeah, I might be functional and effective, but not surly. The salt would go away. I'd lose my edge. The constant fog with which I go through the world would clear. I don't know what the fuck would happen. Yay.
Sir, do you have the time? Oh, wait, you shot me!
I haven't seen that one in a hot minute. Gamer Villain, thank you for the
like that one.
750. I brought the olive oil for the board of munchies. It is willing. I made sure of that. What do you call them things, Sam? You're of that world.
Sorry, what now?
You know the board of like cured meats and cheeses, the chartreuse board. What's it called?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
The charcuterie. There we go. The chartreuse board. See, it was close.
I kind of like
Yeah, it's
chartreuse board better.
I do too, actually.
Yeah.
She'll make it so.
So Gamer Villain, she said, I brought the olive oil for the chartreuse board. It is willing. I made sure of that. This is Sinatra. You got threatened out over your buffalo chicken penne recipe.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this, Sam? You see about this on Twitter?
I did. It looked delicious.
It was. She messages me a picture of a bottle of olive oil harnessed up BDSM style.
With a gun pointed at
the
it.
olive oil's gonna get it.
Yeah. She's
Read
holding
the recipe. Now beat your oil.
No, she's holding the olive oil hostage until the meatball gives up the recipe because he refused. And she demands it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my recipe, damn it. You have to pay me $20 for it. I gotta tell you though, I changed it up a little bit this time. Oh boy, was it good.
So, what did you add?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Damn it. I would like to know. That's why I'm asking.
For you, I can cut you a deal. I'll tell you later.
It was a spoonful of cold ricotta. Works wonders. Has this kind of creamy little peakishness.
Indeed.
Somebody told me to do that to one of my cream sauces, and supposedly it made a big difference.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. It did exactly what they said. It added this, creamy little scampiness to the flavor. It was awesome.
When I make the stuffed shells, I make my own stuffing, I guess would be the right word.
Yeah. Filling stuffing.
Use Roman, the regat, and
Spinach?
mozzarella.
Oh, and mozzarella, really?
Yeah. And you just put it in a bowl and mix it all together, and then you squeeze it like a baker squeezes frosting out of one of those bags with the corners cut.
Yeah, I got a plastic one that has interchangeable nozzles, if you know what I mean, like for the...
Oh, it's getting hot in here, boys.
I don't have a proper baker's bag. I just got like the cheap one from Walmart that has the interchangeable nozzles in case you want to like squirt frosting on a cake or in certain flower shapes or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could put the cream or the cheese in a little flower pattern.
Yeah, I mean no one would see it because it's going inside a jumbo shell, right? But I've never used it for frosting, never once. I've never made a cake. I bought it for
that little bit of cream
pasta shit.
I've only either of you.
Let's just say I've only ever used regat and pecorino. Or Asiago when I didn't have pecorino.
My ex's grandma would use cottage cheese.
Like
this is like, I don't even want to be at your house.
Oh my God. I just felt a disturbance in the force. Like thousands of Italians cried out and were suddenly silenced.
And then she used that in her lasagna too.
Oh no. Oh, that's horrifying.
It's illegal. In all French states.
I know, but I was like, this is awful.
Like cottage cheese has that weird wateriness to it between the soft chunkers. Like I'm a texture guy. That's why cottage cheese is strictly off the menu.
Cheese.
Don't get me wrong. I like cottage cheese, just not in a fucking lasagna. Come on.
I watched my mom eat cottage cheese one day, and I like watched her intently eating it. Like none of this looks appetizing.
I'm now imagining someone like piling cottage cheese into the baker's bag. This is not good. This is not pleasant imagery.
I'm picturing her leaning over like a giant cauldron, cackling away, committing this act of witchy evil, you know? Yeah.
And Nurse Khaleesi in the chat really cinching the bill on cottage cheese being on the banned list. It's basically baby spit up. Thank you for that.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good call, Nurse Khaleesi.
Very eloquent way of putting it. Very eloquent way of putting it. I would not be so kind.
As a texture guy, no. No, it's like tapioca pudding. It may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know because I won't eat the filthy motherfucker, you know? It just, no.
You know what I can't stand? And it's not the taste, it's the texture, is coconut. Anything coconut.
Oh,
it's the texture.
On that.
You don't really?
I can choose sandpaper for much less.
I need about $3.50.
But what about the like chocolate coconut things, like the candy bars with coconut? Really? I like them.
No.
Oh, I love me some coconut ice. It's just glazing sugar, icing sugar, and coconut. And then you make it into cubes. That shit's glorious.
No, thank you. the almond joys or mounds, the coconut cake. My brother's the same way. My brother won't eat it either. So if she ever gets coconut anything, she has to get something different for me and my brother.
Some people in chat, and I guess I should continue to announce, because people come in and they leave and then they come back in, and that's the way things work here, because it is a sitting room. You're welcome to even come back. You're not really welcome to leave. Once you stay. You understand. Drunkle's not here because he had previous engagements, as yesterday we all had unforeseen previous engagements. So our friend Sam decided to come in and join us, so he's sitting there on a couch, sitting. And I'm gonna have to do some more work for the sitting room and get Sam a better avatar and fix up those chairs on the side. Because Pat's come by and I didn't have a chair for him, and you remember he's the Kool-Aid man.
It
Need
doesn't
a
fit
big
on the
chair, Pat
couch.
does.
Yeah.
He's a large gentleman, is Pat.
Gamer Valine for 350. The Mister's the one who's good with the paracord. He tied up the olive oil. Well, you're about 1650 short of that recipe there, Valine.
Ugh. This is the kind of room a ghost would be in. You have to get like a little hollow crystal ball for Ghastly to float in to set on the table in case he ever comes by. Speaking of which, did you watch the pilot?
I personally haven't.
What are you waiting for? I assume that question was directed at Sam because you know I did.
Well, I didn't know if you had seen the whole thing in its entirety before.
Oh yeah,
Had you?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
Okay.
But yeah, seeing it all together was amazing. I think they did an incredible job on that.
Yeah,
the voices were fantastic.
It was really well done. Yeah, I watched it. It was legitimately funny. I wasn't laughing because it's someone I know. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, this is fucking quality. This is actually really good.
Yes, I really enjoyed it, and I saw little bits and pieces, but seeing it, and they're like, oh, that's what that's from.
It's in my you know how you've got like the watch later playlist thingy
Uh-huh.
For YouTube, and I've got a version of that built into my web browser. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. I get a few moments, probably immediately after the show. I shall give that a good perusal.
Yeah, if you have not seen it, I suggest everyone go to Gulf City's YouTube and give it a watch.
Definitely,
the show,
definitely worth your time. A friend of mine asked me, "Is it better than Velma?" And I'm like, they're not even in the same category. There's no comparison there. Do you know what I mean?
15 minutes slowed down video at 120 frames per second of a bear doing a number 2 in the woods is better than Velma.
Yeah, it's like, it just tells you something about the criminality of who gets jobs and who doesn't, who gets contracts and who doesn't. You know what I mean? Who gets picked up for something and who doesn't. I mean,
well, the issue with it is nobody wants new original stuff. Velma is a character that had already existed before. Sure, turned into this narcissistic. All right, let's just try that whole sentence again.
All right.
It turned into this narcissistic project from Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
To pretty much write herself into a story that already exists. Velma has name notoriety from Scooby-Doo, and the dog isn't even in the damn show.
Yeah.
Well, not as a dog, anyway.
But you get what I'm saying. It's notoriety, remake, narcissism. And plus, Mindy Kaling is a name that's already known, and people, are already aware of her.
I think
nobody wants to give new projects a try. When was the last? What was the last new cartoon you've seen that wasn't a remake or a do-over?
Maybe?
Yeah, and that's what, 6 years old, 7 years old.
What was it, Sam?
Rick and Morty, I think that's the
Rick
last
and Morty
new thing that kind of, I think that's the last
Rick
thing
and Morty.
across my
Then you
radar.
had Solar Opposites from that, same people. Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
That's even older.
Yeah. Mighty Magiswords is hilarious. Nobody wants to give it a shot that I know for some reason.
But and it's not just G, but G is a great example. There are tons of creators online making new interesting stuff, and it doesn't have name recognition, or people are gonna find some problem with it some way or another, and studios are just passing it up because Scooby-Doo, people know that name.
I think it's one of those things in so much as people generally don't know what they want until they've got it, and rather than production companies and such actually taking a risk with new IP, just keep rehashing the same old crap because they think it's more likely to garner views than something new, and to a certain extent, yeah, there's some truth to that. But the lack of risk taking, especially with all the bloody money that they get anyway, just means that we end up watching progressively more and more watered down crap again and again and again until we have no interest in it. And then we start our own shows on YouTube.
I see three suggestions in the chat. Archer's at least 10 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Disenchantment is Futurama, same cast. And Bob's Burgers is, again, Archer, old. And
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Name recognition.
Love that one.
The thing that will never fail as an example of, as what should be an example to Western art, whether it be in comics or in live animation, animated series. Look at what the Japanese are doing. Never ending stream of creative new stuff, right? Whether it be,
they just let. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just how they roll, and then there's mangas all over the place, and forever discussions going around it. Oh my god, can you believe that they're going to make an animated series out of manga? You know what I mean? And you take a look at Western comic books, and it's the exact opposite. Let's hire the lowest tier artists that we absolutely can, pay them the lowest fucking page rates that we can, and you get Tumblr tier art, and the wokest, crappiest fucking stories, and hiring people based on their name, not their ability. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woo! Thank you, Gamer for the $18 and the one shot, two shot. Snoot said I was $16.50 short. I could have said the 45 disagrees, but this is a negotiation. I sent the pic to the Baguette Cartel as well. And before that, Worf's winning streak. Thank you for the 350. Hey, speaking of dogs, where is Lindsay Ellis in the bar? Peeing in the corner? Probably in a drunken stupor, peeing on herself. And then,
she's over at Nori Bar.
Right? She would be. These are good examples. Lindsay Ellis and The Type, right? Why does Lindsay Ellis have a series on PBS?
That's a good question.
I could speculate, but I wouldn't want to get us, all suited.
Yeah, and she reviews stuff for why the gay coding that's in it and why it doesn't have enough gay people, and when it does, why it's homophobic, and blah, blah, blah. That's her fucking series. You gotta be kidding me. The same thing that she does with Disney movies exclusively on her BreadTube channel? Yeah, exactly. That's her shtick, man.
I guess if somebody's willing to pay for it, but still. I slogged my way through over the past week, since we talked, I think, Friday, slogged my way through the 3 new Star Wars movies.
Uh-huh.
And I gotta say, the only saving grace in that entire thing was Adam Driver.
I like Kylo Ren as a character. I just, in Force Awakens, I liked Kylo Ren a lot, because he came across as dark and moody and whatever, but then by the time Last Jedi came around, he was, I don't know, emo boy.
Well, he was always kind of the emo boy, but it's undeniable that he's got some acting chops.
Yeah. I don't think across the board the problem was the acting skills of the people on camera.
It was everything else.
Yeah. Oh.
Even, like, it was so jarring to see him and Daisy Ridley opposite each other, because he's an actor. Adam Driver is a good actor, but Daisy Ridley just looks like a plank half of the movie.
You think so?
Yeah, kind of. Maybe it's just her face, but...
You remember when she was playing the dead corpse? I believed every second of it.
I was going to say, have you any idea how little that narrows it down?
She was an extra in whatever the fuck, NCIS or whatever the hell. And yeah, she played a corpse. She was just like there as a blue tinged dead person sitting on a slab with her tits hanging out. And it's a running joke. It's like her greatest acting job ever when she's playing a dead person.
Considering I've seen almost every episode of NCIS and I don't remember her, that should tell you all you need to know.
What I will say, though, is the scene where What's-Her-Face puts the ship into light speed into the squadron. That was visually phenomenal scene.
Oh yeah, when Admiral Oldho with the gender studies hair blasts.
that one.
Yeah.
Admiral Oldho.
Gender
You
studies,
knew
eh?
exactly who I meant, so that's what counts. But yeah, that was a visually
What's her name?
stunning scene.
Admiral Holdo or whatever, and I just started calling her
I couldn't
Oldho.
tell you.
What happened when the lady from Jurassic Park became a miserable spacefaring general? What's her name?
You're being a dick to Poe for no reason.
Laura Dern. Yeah. Oh, well, of course. She's Admiral Gender Studies, man. She's like, I've dealt with fly boys like you my entire life, and you think you know. Let me see if I get this right. Ship after ship after ship through this convoy of what's left of the rebels is being destroyed. You're all being killed off one at a time. Poe is watching this fucking happen and saying, Jesus Christ, why aren't we fucking doing something? We're just continuing on with this plan. Like, let's just keep flying until they, attrition us all right out of existence. And so he decides to, do something. He's a man of action, two-fisted man. Let's get in on this, right? And she's not talking. She's not telling anybody. But this whole time she had this plan where she was going to sacrifice. Well, why don't you fucking tell somebody? That's why he flew off the fucking handle. He thought you were just going to get everybody fucking killed. She wasn't even telling her fucking lieutenant, I've dealt with flyboys like you my entire life. Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, she just doesn't know shit. But it's the MacGuffin to do that cool scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was actually Zelthor's suggestion to that scene where the ship blasts through. Okay, first of all, it raises a number of in-universe problems, and Darth Mando can probably a lot of Star Trek type conversations happen around this. Wait a minute. Why do you need something with the power of the Death Star and its ability to destroy planets, like the way it obliterated Alderaan and attacked the rebel fleet that had massed near Sullust and Return of the Jedi and so forth? It's like, we can't repel firepower of that magnitude. So why do you even need to? Just get ships that are only big enough that they can go into hyperspace, and then aim them at the much larger Star Destroyers that you couldn't possibly take on and blow them to pieces.
Yeah, you can just get a bunch of droids to pilot it.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't even have to do it yourself.
The ship, like I said, it just needs to be as big as it needs to be to have a fucking hyperdrive. That's it. There we go. We now all have the ultimate fucking weapon. The doomsday technology is easier to get than you would think. It's like once you've introduced that into the galaxy or the universe setting, why doesn't everybody do this? Why did they even bother to build a Death Star when they could just have death droid kamikaze ships?
It's kind of what I like to refer to as the Dragon Ball problem. It's like, once you've got the one Super Saiyan, now you've got multiple Super Saiyans, and now you've got enemies that can keep up with Super Saiyan. It's just the level of creep of the power. It gets out of hand, doesn't it?
But the thing, it's like another one I saw was, how come nobody used the technique of when your lightsaber fighting, the moment your sabers are about to collide, just switch yours off and then switch it on real quick, and you're doing it in their forehead.
That's actually a good damn suggestion. I mean, you didn't see some things I'd never seen with a lightsaber before, like put the lightsaber to a guy's forehead and then ignite it, and it's like, well, sure, but you make a good point. Like, why do you guys always clash swords? You think a super technique as fast as Jedi are, as much as they can perceive the immediate future. It's like, I know you're going to swing at this point, so I'm going to deactivate it, and only halfway, and then reignite it right in the face, fucker. That's brilliant.
And somebody, I scrolled the TikTok and all that stuff, and somebody said, well, this is actually a technique, but it's super frowned upon. I'm like, you're fighting for your life. Who cares?
It's frowned
Yeah, I mean,
upon.
it becomes the Star Wars equivalent of the nothing personal kid, dash through and slash kind of affair, right?
Yeah. Like, if I'm in a fight for my life and I'm losing, I'm going to kick you in the balls. I'll do some fucking switch the blade off, then back on again real quick type shit.
I don't care what anyone says. Like, Darth Grievous was fucking awesome. General Grievous he steals all the lightsabers and he's got the robotic body, starts spinning them as these lightsaber fans of death. That was fucking awesome. Why wouldn't you do
but
that?
But if I remember correctly, he wasn't a Jedi.
No. He had Count Dookie had just taught him the sword arts.
I have been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
Yeah. But, you know, I've got a donation of what happens when you ignite too many lightsabers at one time, and they're a little difficult to control. 1450.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That's almost as much as Valino's me for my fucking recipe.
I mean, the secret is Frank's Red Hot. Jesus Christ, he's not making up secret sauces.
Oh, there's a lot more than that.
And Sam put his donation link in chat. Good to see. Good to see.
I put Drunkle's donation link in chat.
You put Drunkle's donation link. Sam, put your own.
I did, yeah. Sure.
I need your alerts thing.
Okay, bear with me just a second. So
Yeah, get it together, Sam.
For
Why
fuck's
did we
sake,
not think about this earlier?
But I'm a guest here.
This is a professional show, and you're dragging the quality down.
Sam, we're just in another room. You have a key to the front door.
All right, bear with me.
Don't tell me what to do.
You
see this guy comes in and starts barking orders?
The French. Fuck the manners thing. It's just it's somehow satisfying to see the stereotypes render themselves, huh?
I'm now envisioning that one.
There it is. That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Festonia! Ah, you glorious person, you. Thank you for the 1450. Boom! Love Star Wars talk. Yeah, you know, Nurse Khaleesi, being a fan of Star Wars, insists that Phantom Menace is a great film.
It is.
Now, I don't exactly disagree.
I like it.
I just mostly do.
Darth Maul was a great bad guy. Qui-Gon Jinn, the best portrayal of a Jedi I have ever seen on screen.
I liked Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn. I liked the way he looked, his character design. I wish they developed his character a little bit more. I like the idea, the old guru Jedi that just doesn't get along with the council because he's like, hey, I've got my hippie ways and understanding of the living force, and fuck you. You too, Yoda, you little bastard. Yeah, just like that. Darth Mando, thank you for the $3. You do any more Star Wars talk and invite me, please. I am in the waiting room. We should.
Too bad.
Yeah, too bad. It's when people press us to do. Why don't you do a gun stream? Why don't you do a what have you stream? And like, it's like, well,
because these conversations need to happen naturally.
Really, it's the organic thing. To me, we just piss people off when we say things.
Yeah, but it's I hated.
Sam and Zelda were both there when I put that fucking donation together the night I did in Discord. They were there for like 3 or 4 hours it took to get all that audio together. God damn, was that a bitch. I'm just thinking back on that. It was worth it, though. Worth it. The Jedi scum. Remember where I got the scream from?
I don't remember exactly where you got it from.
The Star Wars closing scene, like A New Hope closing scene when they're getting their medals, when Han and Luke are getting their medals. And it's the award scene, but without John Williams music. So it's just so quiet. And they put the Chewbacca sound in of him going, wah! when he roars out. Fantastic stuff. Festonia, thank you again for the 1450. God damn, that donut was so fucking good. I want to order a double. Love ya. No homo. Yeah, no homo.
I will say I despised what they did to Luke.
Yes.
Well, sure. Turned him into a crazy old man.
He tried to kill Kylo, and then he's this cocky bastard who does literally shoulder brush off when he gets attacked by a bunch of AT-ATs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was Rian Johnson's idea of making Luke super hard, if that makes sense, like showing him in his total badassery Jedi moment. And it's like, yeah, it's essential proof, Rian Johnson, as to why you suck. Like, at life, in general. I bet you your wife and kids hate you.
That's so bad.
Jesus, Polly, that's how you really feel. Real quick, just a little bit grab this. Thank you, S721, for the $3. He says, Sam, the best thing about The Last Jedi is that guy at the beginning who says, quote, we caught them in the middle of their evacuation. That's Vivian from The Young Ones. You bastard! I remember Vivian. I remember The Young Ones. Good show. Good show.
What's The Young Ones?
Oh, it has to be seen to be believed. I'll grab you some links. You can see it yourself. British sort of slapstick comedy, I suppose you could say. It's good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. We're gonna watch this for funsies. I guess I should share the screen with you guys, huh? Would that work? There you go, you bastards. Yeah, Tomo. Hello?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, just making sure. Oh, watch. This is the Star Wars final scene, minus the music. Did you see how important the fucking John Williams score is to this scene? Without it, it's just, oh my god. There we go. So awkward. It's
very awkward.
It's so tense. I love the occasional coughs in the background. I'm just filled with this horrifying tension because nothing's happening.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
That's good.
Oh, fuck. That's priceless. Okay. So that apparently the music was telling us how to feel the whole time and we didn't know.
Brain new.
See, Thomas, thank you for the $3. The Last Jedi was so fucking horrible in so many ways, especially when the bad guys just didn't fucking end the war when they could because idiot plot reasons.
Yeah, there was a lot of the, I could kill you right now, but...
And hey, dude, 77, thank you for the $2. Alternate The Last Jedi ending. After the talk with Yoda, Luke should have gotten his hope back, dug up his green lightsaber, and then, just like Yoda in Episode 5, lifted his X-Wing and actually flew to fight Kylo. You mean a redemption arc for Luke Skywalker? What? Why would you want that?
I despise how they made Luke like a pseudo bad guy.
Deuter antagonist.
The only reason that he was basically there was to show that, well, 80% of the reason he was there is just, oh my God, look how amazing Daisy Ridley is. Look what a prodigy she is. Without even needing to try to, she can, beat the hell out of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker.
Oh, Daisy Ridley was absolutely a fucking Mary Sue. I don't know how anybody can deny that.
Wow. I mean, it's pretty terrible when you take a character like Rey, and I mean, and it's not like there aren't core elements that could have been turned into something interesting, in my opinion. This idea that everything goes so bad for the Jedi Order, and everything goes so bad when Luke tries to train that he doesn't want to become a Obi-Wan over again with bad training to cause someone to turn to the dark side, like what happened with his father and Obi-Wan, etc. That he becomes a hermit and turns himself, denies access to the Force, turns himself off to the Force. That's actually an interesting idea. But what did they do with it? I don't know. It was all this, it just didn't go anywhere. And like, what was the real lesson from that movie if you look at, like, unintentionally? Don't let a bitch stay at your house because she's going to, like, you know, be very, very demanding, expect things of you, and in the end, steal your shit and leave in the middle of the night.
That's my experience.
Yeah.
I mean, she stole his books. She did. It's like, well, you're not using these. Here, I'll just fucking take them. It doesn't mean they're yours. What the fuck? I don't understand.
Space communists.
It's... Nurse Khaleesi, The Last Jedi was visually stunning. It was. In that regard,
it's the writing, but...
yeah, right. In that regard, it's like not Providence, Alien, not Covenant, the one before Covenant.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Prometheus. I've called it the most beautifully shot mess ever put to film. That film is fucking gorgeous. Michael Fassbender as David does a fantastic fucking job. The space scenes, the makeup effects, like the horror effects of what the black goo does to people. You know, and that's where I've seen penises come out of black goo before, but never like that. That's where it happens from Prometheus. It all looked fantastic. The film is great, cinematography outstanding, but the story just sucks so fucking bad. It's not worthy of the fucking people that are acting in it. I mean, you got Idris Elba. It's across the board. Everyone just was doing their job except for goddamn. And you hired the scriptwriter from Lost and expected the story to go somewhere? The fuck were you thinking?
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. Mary Ray Sue irritates me because no way. Fuck yeah! Fucking incredible.
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Exactly. And speaking of things I've never seen before, thank you very much, Steelfang, for the $75. Very, very generous. And I got the America. Fuck yeah out there. The Eagle blasting away with ARs and then a Mac fucking 10 and then, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Nicely done.
Steelfang, thank you for the $75. Yeah. Never give up. Never surrender. Indeed. Don't let them take your country. It's yours, not theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many fucking claims they make. Thank you again. Greatly appreciated. Nobody likes Millhouse. Thank you for the $350. Nobody does like Millhouse.
That's true.
What was The Last Jedi about? Kids, you're tired. Kids, you're tired. Your best friend and failed miserably. The lesson is never try.
I mean,
getting conflicting messages here.
You tried your best and failed miserably. The lesson is never try. Yeah. Whatever. It was just set up so stupid. I mean, it was supposed to be that big emotional scene where Luke looks at Kylo Ren and sees the potential of him turning to the dark side and decides in a moment that he's going to slash him down.
That's not something Luke would ever do.
Yeah, he's old and weird, but he's not that weird.
Yeah, it was dumb. I get that was
somehow Palpatine came back. Fuck off.
Oh, come on. don't even want to talk about that third movie. It's just how many edits they had of that fucking thing. You can't tell what a chopped together Franken film it looks like to watch. It's like, what was this supposed to be for? Like this scene and that scene, and this doesn't seem like it's going in the right order. It's not. It's not going in any order at all.
The writers were three sheaths to the wind.
Yeah, because they don't deliver films in giant fucking canisters. Like they cut stuff and then they have to make copies that they send out to the various theaters. I mean, that's some old school 70s shit. They don't do that anymore. They deliver the film digitally. They were editing it 3 days before premiere day.
I believe that.
That's not me saying that. That's J.J. Abrams saying, yeah, we were cutting it right up until, well, that would have been 48 hours. Just before 48 hours is when they beamed it out to all the various theaters. So they were still editing on the third day before it was released. You guys are just fucking amazing. The amount of cuts that you had fucking done. The amount of different people that you brought in to do cuts. They even brought in the trailer people. Trailer Park. They cut trailers for them. And let's see what these guys are like to do a different trailer. You know how much money Lucasfilm, i.e. Disney, paid out to different fucking people to re-edit the entire film with all the footage they had? Think how many different fucking fan edits you could do if you got a hold of all the footage. Think how many different story arcs there were.
Yeah, you could just probably make a whole new fucking movie.
I truly believe it. Where you watch these scenes and you're like, what the fuck? There's like an entire second movie worth of scenes that just didn't make it into this fucking. They called them back for reshoot three fucking times. The actors, I mean. Amazing.
That's insane.
I mean that is a Lucasfilm only kind of capacity right there. I mean, certainly at the time, right? But what other movie studios could like financially weather 3 recalls?
Yeah, you have to have like Disney or Alphabet or Warner Brothers, mega prize fucking backing you up to be able to just keep spending and spending and spending, because it's like, well, the last thing we can afford is for this ship to go down. You just keep threatening your superiors with that and they keep signing checks.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Hey dude 77, thank you for the $2. What's a character you think was done right by an actor but fucked up by the writer? For example, Zack Snyder fucked up writing Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman, but Jesse E. played what was written well, in my opinion. Okay, hey dude, I understand your point. I disagree with you on the way that he played him. He didn't. Think about how a different actor could have said the exact lines, from the lemonade line to the Bruce Wayne beat Clark Kent. I love bringing people together. I imagine if somebody had said that like darkly, if you know what I mean, who could really, bring the evil. It would have come across completely different.
Yeah.
Just Joker saying it or something like that?
Yeah.
Ooh, chilling.
What's a character done right by an actor but fucked up by the writer? Everything in Prometheus?
Geralt in The Witcher.
True.
I'd say Doctor Strange, too.
I'm now picturing Henry Cavill's Geralt going, Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, fuck.
And C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. Oh, wait a minute. I did the... oh, no, wait. Mary Ray Sue irritates me because the movie wanted us to believe that she was cool. But yeah, no. Just no. These movies were trash, no matter how hard frogs claim they are. Like I said, there were things that there's so many elements that where it's like, okay, that was cool. But there were, again, elements where you sit there and imagine what could have been don't make a movie good. They just make me feel sad for what could have been.
Yeah, wasted potential. Potential.
And you pissed off Steve Dave. Thank you for the $1.99. That ratio was a nobody for 24 hours. For only a piss poor ratio like that? If that ratio doesn't get better soon, the force will be with you.
Liquor, booze.
That.
The force would be with you, you womp rat looking motherfucking dipshits. What Jesus Christ? Steve Dave is just... One day he's going to whip out the Billy Club and just go to town on you guys, man. See, Thomas, thank you for the $2. The worst sin of the Lord, Disney added. Post-Endor is this. They had some interesting ideas, such as the backstory of the First Order, but man, they just can't do anything good with it. I love when they had, like, screaming angry British man who was the head of the First Order, and they completely undermine his character by making Kylo Ren, like, phone prank him with Yo Mama jokes and turn him into a fool.
That was Poe.
What did I say?
Ren?
Okay, yeah, Poe. Yeah. I was thinking Poe when I said it. Or picturing
Vaguely
it.
Japanese sounding name.
Yeah. That was the problem. But I mean, to me, it was just, he actually phone fucking pranked him. Are you fucking,
And then, like, he's tooling with you. Ugh.
I don't know. Talk about bringing down the character of the moment. It just, oof. Well, I'm not really impressed by this guy anymore. Imagine if you saw one of the other Imperial admirals in the original trilogy act like that.
Right. You wouldn't.
Yeah. Or, I mean, like Newt Gunray in the prequel trilogy. I mean, he's a moron that should have never been put in a position of making decisions, but he's not, like, nobody makes a farcical joke out of him. He seems like somebody that's easily manipulated by Palpatine and all his machinations and whatnot. That's a different thing than he literally prank called him with your mama jokes. I mean, what the fuck? Like,
Scalisi in
waste
chat
of
brings
my
up an
time.
Scalisi brings up an excellent point in chat. Scarecrow in Batman Begins acted well, but crap dialogue. Yeah, be true.
Yeah.
that's
Very
actually a really good point. That Creepy Doll Eye Man did a good job, but the lines just, yeah.
Cillian Murphy is another pretty solid actor.
He is. I mean, I've said it before, but he reminds me of sort of like a second coming of Mads Mikkelsen.
I could see that.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Mads Mikkelsen a lot, and that's why I say no. Can you picture creepy-eyed doll man sitting at the table playing poker across from Bond, being threatening just with glances?
I could actually, yeah, I could.
You know,
when he's a little older.
That was a bad example. That his creepy doll eyes just glancing at you is, imposing enough.
The illustrious Mr. Bond. Yeah, I can picture it.
Yeah, I think he could do it. I mean, he's pretty threatening in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. I mean, the whole meme, right? No fighting! No fighting! No fucking fighting!
I have a Peaky Blinders donut. It's good. That's a good show.
There's Khaleesi. It was a funny sequence, though. It was funny. I did laugh during it, but it
was out of place.
That's what I mean. It's like a fan-made moment.
Contextually.
Yeah. Why
it breaks the pacing.
It was consistent throughout The Last Jedi. There was this MCU moment-breaking humor of, XD so random, haha.
Well, that's the thing, is when the MCU does that, like in the end of, the hell was it, Guardians of the Galaxy, when Chris Pratt's like, we're gonna dance battle. That was funny because he was intentionally trying to buy time. But when he's like, hey, your mom is a hoe or whatever Poe said, it's like, ugh, dude, shut up.
Yeah, it served a purpose with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it served a plot purpose.
I mean, the moments of comedy in the original trilogy, there's absolutely comedy moments in them, but they're character interactions, if you know what I mean, and it's because of who they are that you're laughing. So what do you think of her, Han? I'm trying not to, kid. I don't know. What do you think? You think a princess and a guy like, no. And then Han just laughs. Like that's it. You're laughing because of who they are, if you know what I mean. It's not like, oh, XD random, haha, Luke, fist bump.
And that's the other thing, is we don't know these characters that well.
Yeah. I think the most indictable thing ever said, that I know of anyway, about the original trilogy is Mike Stoklasa, the black penis goo guy. from Red Letter Media. The point that he brought up in the original Mr. Plinkett reviews was, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to my friends and I'm going to film them and I'm going to ask them, describe this character, only describing the way their character traits. You cannot refer to the way they look, anything they wear, or anything they've done. But you have to describe the character. And I was like, okay. It's like, okay, describe Han Solo. And he asked a number of his friends, and they're like, okay, he's like a pirate. He's the thief with a heart of gold. He's got the dashing thing working for him. He's violent when he needs to be, but actually is a good guy underneath it all.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Whoa! Yeah, fuck. And it's like, okay, Luke Skywalker, and it's like wild-eyed farm boy, not thinking beyond the moment of adventure that he wants to fulfill, et cetera, right? And it's like, okay, Qui-Gon...
Dreaming of Alabama.
Yeah, it's like, so now Qui-Gon Jinn. And they all just stared off into space.
Which is an accurate reply.
Yeah. And it's like... What do you how do you describe those? What traits do they have? What strongly established character traits do they have? And it's like, oh yeah, you can't really do that with original trilogy characters, and that's what they're missing. That's why they don't feel as real. Like you said, Sin, we don't know them. Yep.
Well, yeah, because you have to experience their entire character arcs really to kind of get to know them well as characters.
And even in the first movie, Qui-Gon wasn't in that enough. I thought Qui-Gon was an amazing character.
Yeah. Again, he was... I like...
But there you go. There's a
old
character
Jedi,
who's
just...
written well, and the director ruined.
Honestly, granted, my movie experience is considerably more limited than you two's, but Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon is the first time that I think I've seen Liam Neeson not play Liam Neeson in a movie.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes
the only time, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, hold on. Maybe he did play himself once. And he's not Jack Nicholson, right? He can't get away with just playing himself.
No, he cannot just be Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, you're not Keanu Reeves. Who do you think you are?
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
It happens.
Like, Keanu can play himself forever. He's charming as hell. Who doesn't want to see that?
Just give me a. Do you remember the movie Being John Malkovich, where it's just John Malkovich playing everything?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that movie. It creeped me out.
Right.
It really did disturb me, that movie. And I'm a huge John Cusack fan, and that movie really did a number on my mind, man. But anyway, you were saying
that, but Keanu Reeves, I would watch and enjoy it.
You're a huge John Cusack fan, so you didn't enjoy Being John Malkovich?
That's right. Like you've seen Being John Malkovich, right?
I don't think we saw the same movie.
Where he's the puppeteer that can go through the half-floor office tiny door and become John Malkovich. Anybody who does will. That movie?
And John Cusack's in that?
Yes.
Maybe I haven't seen it. I thought you just fucked up.
What movie do you have in mind?
I don't know. John Malkovich just kind of melts into everything.
There's a whole bunch of people that are trying to become John Malkovich headmates by sneaking into his brain. And John Cusack ends up getting trapped in the mind of an infant baby of two lesbian mothers.
Okay, no, I have not seen this movie. It's going on the list, though.
See, Sam, like you're giggling, right? Because am I incorrectly or inaccurately describing that movie in any way?
You're absolutely freaking spot on. I could not do better. I think you might remember more about the movie than I do, and I brought it up.
And I've only seen it once. Like I said, huge John Cusack fan. I like what he did. I like every time I see John Cusack on screen, it's fun to watch him. But that movie was just so weird. It just did such a number on my mind that
surreal.
Yeah,
it's the word, right? It's surreal.
Whew.
It's Hey, Camel in chat says Malkovich.
Surrender monkeys! She's eating surrender monkeys!
T-shirts.
Thank you, Far, for the $12. For you, Sam, she says.
Thank you, Far. I love you too.
Far's out there still shitposted. Gotta love it. Struck with a salty baguette. How's it feel?
Again, it's Thursday.
Right. Podamarin, thank you for the $3.50. Your mama's so hairy, she has to comb her arm hair to see her wristwatch. Oh, damn. Sir, In Living Color ended 25 years ago. And this is a Wendy's. C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. I'm going to say it as much as I disdain thought. Rogue One was a better movie than the JJ trilogy. I liked Rogue One. I mean, I didn't love it. It's not like I laughed, I cried, it became a part of me, but it was good. I even like the humor that they put for the reprogrammed Imperial droid. It really worked. It had a Terminator 2-like qualities where they've taken something evil and reprogrammed it to be on their side. So it's kind of, this is our friend, even though we're kind of cautious because, you know, he was created to kill us and all.
The plot of Terminator.
Terminator 2.
Sorry, yes, Terminator.
Right when Arnie's like reprogrammed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had the liquid metal Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to modern day special effects, doesn't even hold a candle, but for the era, oh, well done.
I read some like interesting fact about Terminator 2 that Robert Patrick trained so hard for his role that he kept catching the kid playing John Connor on the motorbike, so they had to have him slow down.
Say that again?
Robert Patrick, the
yeah.
guy who played the T-1000,
Sure.
trained so hard for the role
Uh-huh.
that when they were doing the chase scene with John Connor on the dirt bike,
Yeah.
he kept catching him in the parking garage, so they had to have him slow down significantly.
I kind of want to believe that, even if it's not true. Oh.
Well, man, people are really bent out of shape that I like the Imperial droid, the joke bot. I like that Servant 21 called it the joke bot. Well, I mean, hey. Nurse Khaleesi's of the opinion that the movie should have ended, Rogue One should have had a happy ending, which it did in a way, in that they were successful in their strike force effort to get the plans. But it didn't end up happy in the sense that, you know, they all fucking died. And the idea of the two should have had their, you know, the final moment when they're seeing like the explosion coming towards them, the red dawn of their death, and it's they don't get a kiss before death. That there's no romantic moment, romantic culmination between the two characters was a loss. Yeah, I think they were trying to play up the fact that it wasn't a Star Wars film; it was a war film. That's the thing I kept hearing from the director, that it was played out as a war film, and war often doesn't have happy endings. I don't know. Maybe it says something about
Star war film, if you will.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, it does. It isn't the title after all. Star Wars. But maybe it says something about my dark, dour personality, or that I've been watching too many noir movies in my time. Like it. I remember talking to a friend of mine, Sin, and I said, I don't want to watch that movie. It's depressing. I said, I'd rather just, he was just, I forget what movie it was. Because it's one of those movies I just like putting on in the background. I'm like, sure, I have one of those, or lots of those, really. And he goes, well, what for you then? And I said, oh, The Departed. It's so long, and there's so much dialogue, and it's such rich dialogue, and that movie's just, like, it's invigorating. It's great to watch. And he's like, doesn't, like, literally everyone die at the end of that movie? You know, like, oh, yeah, well, yeah. And I just called it invigorating, you know. I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Ah, yes, the loss of human life sustains me.
Yeah, that's probably how it came across, but I just wasn't thinking about those parts. You know, it's like, not just the bad guys die, or just the good guys because of tragedy. No, everyone. You know, it's very...
I just realized.
It's very Hamlet-y.
Ollie's Sith Otter.
I'm a Sith Otter.
Yeah, everybody dies and it's glorious.
That's
Hey,
why I've got the
boy!
surly face.
Look what I got here.
Indeed.
Hey, where are the white women
Those of
at?
you who are asking in chat why Polly is
Hey.
surly today, that's why. It's considering a mass extinction event. Let's go with that.
God damn, it's in the Terminator 2 joke made me spew Diet Coke all over my laptop. Stop drinking soda. That delivery was perfect. Thank you.
Ham and Beans is like, spoilers. It's multiple. It's old, man. Everyone knows everyone dies at the end of
it's so
Hamlet.
fucking old. You could have maybe gotten away with calling spoilers on Rogue One, but not The Departed.
Yeah. And if you know that general fact about it, that everyone dies, the good guys, the bad guys, etc., right? Has that really ruined the experience of watching The Departed?
I also heard The Departed is lightly based off of Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Yeah. Hold on.
I didn't know that.
You didn't like pick it up? The Boston
No.
gangster who no? Okay. Well,
I'm retarded.
some of us aren't fixated on racketeers and mobsters from the East Coast and their hierarchical lore. Cosa Nostra is an interest of mine. Like the mob boss that got shot down by a fucking crazy person. You know that happened like 2 years ago? The FBI, like...
Really?
Yeah, the FBI jumped on him immediately because one of the 5 crime family bosses gets shot down. It was a Casey boss, gets shot down, and it's like, well, clearly this is, this is like the shootout in 1986 in front of Sparks Steakhouse when John Gotti shot up Paul Castellano to take over the Gambino crime family. It's a rub out of the boss, right? A whack on the boss. And it's like, no, that's not what happened. Just some crazy fucking guy. That's it. A lunatic with a gun. And it's like, right, yeah, a lunatic with a gun. Like the guy that shot Joe Profaci. Just some fucking lunatic with a gun. Of course, that's the mob. That's how they set things up. It's like, no, it really was just a fucking guy with a gun who knew that was a mob boss and decided to go shoot him.
I mean, I suppose it's in the interest of the FBI to pay attention to that kind of thing, though, right? That could result in seismic consequences.
Yeah, and
the FBI doing their job. Ha.
Yeah, you fool.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Never mind. I retract my prior statement.
Thank you, Fustoni. I appreciate it, man.
You know, one of the untold major consequences of how the FBI operates institutionally that not many people are aware of, that they have federally mandated unlimited overtime hours at their disposal across the agency.
Nice.
Huh.
So when something happens, it is not a problem for them to dispatch, let's say, 50 special agents to the investigation, 100, plus 150 support staff. That's just, they just make that call and it just happens. It's not like they have to...
However many make a pit stop to show up at your house and shoot your dog. Oh, that's the ATF, never mind.
And there's no such thing as personnel issues of that sort when it comes to the FBI. They are making... if you think about Sin, with your glowy thinking, what do they choose to spend their time on becomes a much more sharp question, doesn't it? It's not like they have to make those choices. You see what I'm saying? So what they do spend their time on, and an inordinate amount of time on, is that much more telling. And then what they don't spend any time looking into, well, it's not like they didn't have the people to spare. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, see that's significantly more suspicious when you hear about the FBI decided not to look into this one particular thing, and it's like, if you didn't know that little fact there, you could make excuses for them.
Have you ever had a movie authentically spoiled for you? Everyone worries about spoilers. Have you ever had like a full-on spoiler experience happen?
Not a movie, no. I mean, when I cared enough to watch Game of Thrones, I had a few episodes of that spoiled for me. Not a movie, no.
Get people just putting spoilers in chat. Rocky loses the first fight. Ripley dies in Alien 3.
I'm Petulance puts Frodo destroys the ring. No, he doesn't. Get it right.
And Frank dies in the end. Oh no.
Nuskalisi says, yes, The Village was spoiled for me beforehand.
Okay, that's a movie that has a definite solid twist to it that is the movie, if you know what I mean. That sucks. That's a true spoiler. But for me, it was Sixth Sense. I mean, talk about a movie that has a fucking twist that's kind of crucial to the entire fucking thing. And I'm still so upset about the way that my friend spoiled it. I'll never get over it. Because the way he did it, the fucking sheer ignorance of it. When I saw Sixth Sense, it was so stupid. And I said, it was? And he said, yeah. I mean, Bruce Willis is dead the whole time, and you're not supposed to know it, but you could totally tell.
Oh, for God's sake.
And I was like, wait. Like, he's supposed to be dead the whole movie, and they do like a twist at the end that, revealing that he was dead? Like they did the way they did a flashback in Usual Suspects. And he's like, yeah, exactly, but you could totally tell. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll never know. And so when I saw it, I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. The whole fucking prick.
Resonating in your mind.
Yeah. I think the reverse spoiler is genius. I actually had my friend Zelthor thinking that Dark Jar Jar, the Sith Lord Jar Jar, was going to appear in the third JJ verse movie. I found like fan art that people had made online of Jar Jar in like a black cloak with a red lightsaber, like multiple ones, and kept sending them to him. I'm like, Darth Jar Jar, man, it's real. And I kept it for months going. It was great. I'd actually convinced him. It's the reverse spoiler. So there's this sense of relief when he walks into the theater with this intensity of anxiety, fearing the Dark Jar Jar, and it never happens.
And we wonder why that boy has trust issues.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it showed up. Like, this is so bad, might as well go for broke.
What reminded me of that is Andy Dufresne escapes the prison. So you can really, so he's like, I've never seen this movie, The Shawshank Redemption. I've heard so many great things, and IMDb, it's got such high ratings. It's like, well, it's good, but you better be prepared for a tragedy. I mean, the main character, Andy Dufresne, goes through all this trouble to try and escape, and he just gets shot down so unceremoniously, like right in the back of the head, too. It's just...
I thought we weren't spoiling The Departed.
What? But that's what I'm saying. You're a fan of The Departed, right? Like, I mean...
I love The Departed.
That's what I'm saying. I know you're a big fan of it, as am I. Just know the simple fact of knowing that everyone dies, does that really ruin it? I would think not. Because the whole point is how it happens. And that was not said. And it's like, well, I can't wait to find out how all these people died. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell you. That would unravel some of it. It wouldn't make a lot of the scenes less enjoyable. It wouldn't make the building of the tension less enjoyable. But if you don't know how they die, you don't know by what means they go out. Fuck, none of the tension's lost, none of it. And I mean, you have to have this sense like they're in mortal danger constantly throughout the whole film. It's the reason Billy Costigan, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, is fucking popping fucking Oxycontin the whole movie. Remember when he's at the fucking airport talking to Marky Mark? And he's like, where's Queenan? And he's not in today. Look, if you got something real, then come on in. He's like, real? They're going to kill me at any time. He's undercover with Jack Nicholson's mob. And when he gets off the phone with them, he takes 3 not even Oxycontin, oxycodone, the non-time release, and pops 3 of them just to take the edge off. That would knock me the fuck out for days. Like anybody who didn't have an extreme tolerance. I mean, that guy was a true, oxy head. But that's I love that scene because it demonstrates the level of, or shows the level of anxiety that he was under. That just to be normal, he had to be high as fuck on Oxycontin. Well, but you're running a little bit of stress, huh? Uh-huh.
A little bit.
Yeah.
On the Bret Easton Ellis stress spectrum.
Exactly.
Those
So do we
people
have
who
any-
don't know. Oops, actually.
Do we have any news?
We do have news. We got a full spate of news. Like, full whack. Did you want to do news?
Hold on. Some news?
What? I mean, I don't know. Sam was here and we're in a sitting room. I just went into Noir Bar mode. I don't know. We usually don't get into the first story for a couple hours on Noir Bar. There's a reason it runs like 5
Very true.
hours.
As far as...
I do not have 5 hours tonight.
All right, let's do some snooze. Fair enough. I'm sure chat's like, what the fuck is going on? It's a day late. The show makes no sense.
They're loving it, loving it. Look at Chad. They're excited.
Well,
They're
I'd like to
excited.
think
All
so.
193 of them.
Like, you know, there's 193 people. Oh, God bless every last one of
194.
you. Oh, yeah. That reminds me. I should do the things that quality YouTubers do, which I don't. Which, yeah, hey, speaks for itself, doesn't it? Feel free to press that like button. Or, if you're so generous, share us on social media. And if not, leave a comment below. And if you're listening in the future, by all means, comment below. I get a chance to read them all and respond to most. In the meantime, do some snooze, gentlemen. Boom. Man threatens to set woman on fire, burns down trailer. Okay, look, I'll just give you the short version of this story. Because
Very hinged response.
a man is accused of pouring gasoline on a woman and threatening to set her on fire during a domestic dispute. As you do. Yeah. At 10 p.m. Saturday, a woman who said that 55-year-old Eugene Bordeaux had poured gasoline on her, 2 trailer homes, including his own, and vehicles. When they arrived, the female, thankfully, was able to exit the trailer. They then started a standoff, and accidentally the man lit himself on fire, and that was that.
Disco with no.
Right? Like, I don't know. It's you want to talk about, like, quality endings to a story. Well, there you go. You wanted your happy ending. Nurse Khaleesi, this man tried to light a woman on fire. She just, under her own power, escapes without any police assistance. She's just left the building when the police arrive. And the guy lights himself on fire because he's a moron. It's okay. And nothing of value was lost. It's...
Love a happy ending.
Yep.
Yeah.
Festonia says, love this, Polly. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Festonia. I appreciate that. You would love Noir Bar then. It's kind of how we roll. Moving along. Tennessee bill would allow officers to carry guns while under the influence. Who does this strike as a bad idea?
Mm-hmm.
I will be in touch with my special Tennessee correspondent later on to get her opinion.
A bill working its way through the Tennessee legislature will allow police officers in Tennessee to carry weapons while under the influence of alcohol or controlled substances. The bill is sponsored. Jesus fuck.
Wording.
There's
no cops like coked cops.
Yeah, right. So you got a cop in his own, SUV or whatever. He's got an AR-15, 7 or 8 downloaded mags in the fucking back, his handgun on himself, 3 extra mags for that, and a belt wrapped around his arm, popping, looking for a vein. Drunk as fuck. Trying to take the edge off with a little hair on, It's...
Is this officer's name Valcoro by any chance?
Nice, Sam. Well done. See, and do we want a whole bunch of Ray Valcoros populating police departments? I would say not.
Honestly, kind of, yes.
I could go either way on it. A couple. Let's say 1 per, maybe 2, depending on the department size.
Yeah.
Diversity high, let's go.
Especially in California. The more California it is, the more I'm okay with population of Valcoros.
Oh, dear.
As the amount of lefties and scumfucks who are slipping through the system increase, directly proportional to the amount of Valcoros there should be to counter them.
That's a policy I can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
Fully dubbed 2024.
What twisted idea do you have about happy endings? Well, okay, Nurse Khaleesi. I mean, when you have a
want
domestic...
realistic endings.
Right. Like, this is a happy ending where the beginning of the story is a drunk, belligerent, violent man involved in a domestic dispute who's combining desire for violence and flammable accelerants. That's a happy ending, all things considered, in my mind. I don't want to see them kiss and make up. I mean, ladies, would you return to a man who had doused you in gasoline and held a lighter near you and was like, threatening you?
And ask that question. There are more than one that would, and that, frankly, is too many.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've seen those ladies that write letters to the men in prison, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And marry serial killers, and then 20 years after their death, are still doing odes to Florida serial killer Ted Bundy. I mean, look at all that. That fascinates me. Not fascinates. That's not the right word. That sickens me. There we go. The amount of women that they find Ted Bundy so intriguing. Look at Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Had a whole bunch of love letters and eventually married one of his paramours. That was for you, Sam.
Thank you for that. I appreciated that. The random mention set in such a macabre topic. One was for you.
But speaking of drug-violent cops that are armed, but the bill would prohibit anyone, including people permitted to carry firearms under federal law, from carrying weapons on elementary, middle, or high school campuses, expect by what the bill simply identified as certain persons. That's vague.
Yes, extremely.
So
very inclusive language.
You could carry a gun when you're drunk and high as fuck on controlled substances. If you're a police officer, that's fine. But you're not to bring that gun to a middle school.
Where everybody is presumably sober.
Yeah, we're talking about a middle school. The kids are high. What do you mean?
I presume they're armed and not sober.
Yeah.
The cops are going to fight fire with fire. Oh, give them acne and testosterone while you're at it.
Yeah, this doesn't strike me as a good idea. And they put the picture up of the guy, Joey Hensley, Republican senator, introduced the bill in Hollandwald, Tennessee. I mean, what is the hope here to have, or what's the goal? I mean, saying, it is the CCW, you'd say, well, I'm going to the bar. No, I'm not, because I'm armed. That sort of thing, right? Is it to avoid that kind of situation? Not so much that, we want drunken cops strolling around the streets fucking gunned up. It's more, they just have their gun on them if they, if they're going into an establishment and having, any alcohol at all. Like they're having a beer with dinner. Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
The Tennessee's population is quite diverse, right?
Let's go with that.
So, yeah. So if there are incidents and a cop responds to an incident and ends up shooting somebody, and they don't get caught on the usual charges that we see filed against cops that respond in these situations, that they don't get caught out on the technicality of having slight amount of alcohol in their system, which clearly impaired their judgment. Something along those lines, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's not good reasoning in my mind, but I can see that being the argument for it.
The bill is so vague because it does it accepts certain people. Oh yeah, who are those people? They are described as, quote, certain persons, end quote. Who?
Well, the thing about it is I feel like we shouldn't have laws that you need to be a lawyer to read, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I do get the technical language of the law is to avoid ambiguity because the law is to be narrowly construed as a general principle of Western jurisprudence. Therefore, we're going to make the language as exacting as possible to avoid misinterpretation, etc., or just general vagueness. Okay, but Sin, you're right. I mean, it is written, it's arcane. It's only accessible to the initiates and the high priests, i.e. the lawyers who wrote it. It's like they did it deliberately, so only they have access to it.
Yeah, they do that. I mean, I suppose I don't think that there's too much harm in the way of using simple language for the purpose of laws, and then if there is any potential ambiguity with words used, create a fucking reference sheet, a glossary of some description. Right?
Yeah.
What did you mean when you said the word need? Well, see the old legalese term require. Something along those lines.
Right. I just watched, speaking of the law and wording and etc., Nick Ricada's stream last night, where the only thing in it that I was interested in is how Alec Baldwin got the firearms enhancement dropped from the criminal charges that he was facing. So in New Mexico, he was charged with involuntary manslaughter, which in New Mexico has the potential for a firearm enhancement, which means you were using a firearm in the commission of the crime. So that's an additional 5 years because it involved a firearm, as opposed to intentional manslaughter with whatever, your bare hands or a knife or whatever the fuck. As soon as it's a gun, you've accelerated the violence to such a degree that it involves this criminal enhancement. He got it waived, and the judge agreed, and it's been, the prosecutors have dropped it. So now he's only facing the unintentional manslaughter, which is a maximum of, ready? 18 months.
Huh.
If convicted. And that's, and as Ricade is talking about, and I buy his impression of it, because you have to understand that Alec Baldwin in New Mexico probably has no priors whatsoever. I mean, I don't know that, but it's a safe bet, and I'm willing to bet that nationwide he has no priors.
Is on your side.
Except for perhaps some DUIs or drug possession after all, he is a celebrity. I'm like, right, sure. But other than that, there's
nothing like that.
Yeah, there's probably no violence in Alec Baldwin's history. So that being the case, general sentencing, he's not going to get 18 months. He's going to end up getting community service and a fine, and that'll be the end of it, even if he is convicted, even if he chooses to go with a plea bargain. And it might get pushed down from like a low-grade felony, which it is now, to a serious misdemeanor, which he would be able to keep his firearm rights. And it's like, wow. So why did it get knocked off? Why did the prosecutors drop it? I actually agree with the reasoning. It shouldn't have been added on under the law, because they had this 5-year enhancement in New Mexico that the old law required that you brandished a firearm in the commission of a crime, and brandished was specifically defined. And this is what reminded me of that. To show a firearm with the verbal or physical intent of doing harm to someone. Brandished.
Yeah. Stay where you are, I'll fucking shoot you. Something like that.
Yeah. Or it was such a situation whereby anybody watching, the average person watching, would believe that there was an intent to do harm on behalf of the person who pulled the gun, who brandished the firearm, that there was an intent there. So the state has to prove intent. Prosecutors do. Whereas the new law, the new version of the 5-year gun enhancement that Baldwin was charged with, that the brandished aspect was not there. You just have to use a firearm in the commission of a crime. Delete brandished with intent. So, and he was charged with that law, but at the time that he shot dead the director and the cinematographer, and shot the cinematographer, actually the other way around, shot dead the cinematographer and shot the director. That law hadn't come into effect yet. The new one.
Fair enough then.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, I don't want to see Baldwin get away with shit because of who he is. But yeah, you post facto charged him with a crime. Fuck that.
Yeah, can't have it. Not even for Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
not even for him.
And his lawyers wrote it up, and we're talking about like plain language. Even in their filing, it read plain language, an elementary error on behalf of the prosecutors to charge him with a crime that had not come into effect yet. And it went on to argue, even if Mr. Baldwin were to be charged under the older one, even the prosecution is not asserting that he intended to shoot the person. I'm like, oh God. Yeah, why did you even charge him with the enhancement then?
Yeah, I suppose in that sense, it's it's involuntary manslaughter, right? So there is no intent. So yeah, the bringing in the fact that he's because you could make the argument, force multiplier. So if you intended to kill somebody and you acquired a force multiplier, a gun or some other weapon, yeah, that's understandable. In in a case of involuntary manslaughter, that doesn't make sense on the face of it, really, does it?
No.
I think, yeah, he didn't intend to kill this bitch. He just accidentally did.
Yeah, and it's out of ridiculous negligence and lies. I mean, that tells a lot. If police are going to construe an attempt to conceal your culpability as a consciousness of guilt, which they consistently do, then surely they must for Alec Baldwin. He is being recorded as saying, I pulled the trigger, and then said, no, I would never pull the trigger. And then the FBI conclude that gun cannot fire unless the trigger was pulled. I mean, the story is
As is most guns.
Right. Well, I mean, people have seen too many fucking movies. My favorite example of which is when the I think it was a MAC-10, or maybe it was an Uzi in True Lies, drops down the stairs, and as it's rolling down the stairs, it's firing and shooting every single bad guy in the room. It
miraculously misses
Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. This is everybody it needs to. As this guy is just because that's how guns work, guys. You drop them and they just keep fucking firing.
I can't say I'm doing shitty because I don't even have a good reason to be doing shitty. So if I say I'm doing shitty, then they say, why? What's wrong? And I have to be like, I don't know, all of it.
I should have never made that donation, man. I mean, I'm pretty proud of the Cry for Help series of donations, but like, Jesus, man. Fuck. And Valine hits it to stab me right in the nerve. Gabriel, thank you for the 925. New Mexico is a weird blue state. I told you about going through there. And Albuquerque is basically if meth was a city. They are still they were still doing mass after Arizona and Texas quit masking. Yeah, that's a weird state. I don't know. The more I hear about New Mexico is, I don't know, it's like Rhode Island. I should do a video about Rhode Island. Let's just talk about how weird this fucking place is. Some of the regulations they have would blow your mind. Like, Sin, it's like a mini EU over there. They've regulated
God. Oh, God. No. Not like the EU.
I just mean with the intensity of regulations on the most mundane of things, you know?
If I go in there, then screw that.
Yeah, that comes to mind. It was a time when Carl Benjamin, when Sargon went to the European Union and in Belgium.
Fabian!
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that time. Not that
time.
Time.
When he was running for MEP, he and Count Dankula did go to the European Union consulate there in Brussels. And the motion that was on the floor was regulating the length of candle wicks.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Like EU
So
wide.
It's so the MEPs can claim that they went into the day's work.
That's just a shocking level of hyper micromanagement. That's nano management. And it's like Carl said, or actually Count Dankula said, why wouldn't you just let people decide how long they want their candle wicks to be? Like if a company produces candles and the wicks are too damn long and nobody buys them, they won't make them anymore. And Carl's
forces.
like, yeah, I think they call those market forces. I'm like, yeah, they do. Jesus.
And why capitalism is basically the economic default of the human race. Because it kind of works.
And it always has been.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the good thing about capitalism, not corporatism, which people confuse for right. Not corporatism or crony capitalism, which people confuse with the thing. Doc, thank you for the $5. Hey, you guys remember that time Drunkle voted Remain? Doc Ridge Farms remembers.
You know what? Now he and I are trading places. No, I'm just kidding.
Doc Ridge Farm. Steel Fag, thank you for the fin. I don't know the gun that was loaded. I don't know the gun was loaded. And I'm so sorry for my friend. I didn't know the gun was loaded, and I'll never ever do it again. Yeah. Baldwin didn't have the most consistent story there.
Well, he was doing the whole "I must protect my image" routine, wasn't he?
Yeah. I just don't understand it. If the story is true that he was handed a gun and the person said to him, "Cold gun," the armorer. Like, the question comes, so I was handed a cold gun. I have always relied upon the armorer, you know, whether the gun is or is not cold. And there are multiple kinds of prop
not a
guns.
gun expert.
Yeah. And it's like I've handled guns, but I've always relied upon the expertise of the technical advisors on the film, i.e. the armorers. And there are multiple kinds of prop guns, those that have plugged barrels and are incapable of producing any ejecta, like barrel flames, muzzle flashes, anything out of the end of them. But they will cycle, and then there's the ones that will produce muzzle flashes, and then there's the, you know...
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Damn. And then there's some that'll cycle and some that won't. Like, saying, like we've seen the full range in films, right? It'll become a question of how is the actor actually responsible for that? And if so, how many people have acted irresponsibly? I don't know. But that all rests on the idea of, was he actually told it was a cold gun? And if it was, why did you lie about pulling the trigger? Again, the story goes on. Why did you just let your lawyers do the talking for you, Alec? And why'd you go around doing a bunch of fucking interviews, especially with George Snuffleupagus there? What the fuck?
Snuffleupagus.
Crossfire 4891, thank you for the $2. Evening, Polly. Got a line from a Western for you. See if you can guess the movie. I've got a touch of a hangover, bureaucrat. Don't push me. Take care, Otter. I actually don't know that. That is a great line. That is a great line. I've got a touch of a hangover, bureaucrat. Fuck, fill me in. I want to know what movie that's from. If it's from a John Wayne film, I'm going to give myself a pass because I'm a massive fan of Westerns. I don't dig the Duke. I don't know why. Anyway, True Grit was all right, but I'm more of an Eastwood guy, honestly. And you show me the awesome Sam Peckinpah film that he was ever in. Never happened. Anyway. I thought we were doing news. What are you guys distracted me?
We're doing news, weren't we?
Yeah.
We've gone very noir bar again.
Yeah. Pilot thought instructor who died in flight was just pretending.
Oh, why? Why the fuck would you think that?
That's from Unforgiven? Is it? Just scanning over that movie in my mind. You William Money. I'm out at the bar, T. Huh. Server 21 says from the Wild Bunch? Really, from the Wild Bunch? Now that movie, I thought I knew well. Okay. Anyway, so we got a dead pilot, and someone else is just flying. A flying instructor died in flight after suffering a cardiac arrest, but his co-pilot thought he was fooling around. And only realized after landing on the runway that when the man slumped over on his shoulder. According to an only published report on the incident, the pilot thought Yahoo! Go say librarian, thank you for the $5. 1, I love this dono. 2, do you think Keanu personally loaded all of his gun with blanks in John Wick? Possibly. Possibly.
Certainly be checking after Alec Baldwin's situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd want to look.
I know Keanu's become quite the gun nut. The way De Niro back in the late 90s and early 2000s had become quite the gun nut and started competing. But then De Niro went so far Democrat, he got rid of all his guns. Fuck, that's a sad, tragic tale what happened to that man. What an incredible actor who changed the industry and then turned into this, well, what he is now.
It's like, those guys, right? And they're very, very car proud. They got a lovely car. It's not super flashy or anything like that, but they take good care of it, right? Really good care of it. It's always in good nick. Always in perfect driving order. Then they get married. Their new wife tells them they can't have the car anymore, so they sell it and they start wearing slacks and socks with sandals and buy a minivan. Sad.
This is a little side note. It's got nothing to do with nothing. I hate the people. I really do. I hate the people that cannot admit to themselves that they need to buy a van, like a mom van. And so they buy an oversized, like, Colorado SUV.
That's what I plan on getting.
Fuck, see? You're one of them. Just buy the fucking van.
I don't even think they make vans anymore.
Yeah, they do. Sure they do.
They make minivans in 2023.
Yes. I could sense the disbelief from over here. Like they still produce telephone books. No, they don't.
But no, I like SUVs too because they actually have horsepower, unlike minivans that just have like sedan engines in them.
You don't deserve horsepower. Not you personally.
What?
But I mean the wine moms and whatnot. You don't deserve horsepower. Where are you speeding to? These people are always driving with their whole fucking clan in the car, with the kids jumping around being little bastards in the back. Yahoo! What the fuck you need to go fast for?
I like that donation. That is a good donation.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
But I think I gotta say, I think
I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
I think the John Wick donation beats that one.
I got another one coming up. Another fire gun, then Merica coming up. I thought I was gonna get finished last night, but I didn't have it. Doc, thank you for the $5. Mom Vans, aka
Where are
Milk
we,
Mobile.
John Boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking
Mobiles, or would it be a wagon?
Milf Mobile, Milf Wagon.
That's not Drunkle, by the way.
God,
if you didn't know, the Brit sitting here is not Drunkle.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
It gets funnier the more I watch it.
It's how pained the sound is.
Scream.
It's
the scream.
Yeah, the cameraman follows him to the ground. That's really what made me laugh. What an asshole. He didn't run over, or you don't hear him go. Like, there's a mic in the room, right? You don't hear him go, oh my God, or anything. He just keeps filming. Fuck this guy.
Okay, someone in the chat is yelling at me about this too. The Toyota Sienna. The wife and I rented a 2022 Toyota Sienna last year. We called it the Sienna Prize because the interior was so sleek. Also, here's halfway to that game for you and Shelly. Hope you find someone else to cover the rest. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I mean, I could cover the last 20, but it's got to just find time to do it because rollover on Fridays have been very difficult. But thanks, buddy. I'm going to order it soon.
Doc, thank you again for the $5. I'm going to go with Milf Wagon over Milf Mobile.
Yeah, I like Milf Wagon.
Pecos Bill Clinton. Pecos Bill Clinton. Okay. Thank you for the tree fitty. Hey, Polly, you're an Eastwood fan. I am. And I'm assuming you've seen High Plains Drifter. Actually, absolutely. Need your input. What the actual fuck?
Quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
I never fucking stop talking, as my donation says.
He speaks a troglodytic version of English close enough for my drunk ass night. It's not even remotely close. Sam sounds human and actually makes jokes.
You can't do that to the man while he's not here.
Yeesh. And I don't think Doc thought Sam was drunkle. I think Doc was just hitting drunkle off with, like, in your absence, here's a fin. Yeah.
Shall I read out what he said? Actually, I've got to unpause here.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so thank you in Drunkle's absence to Doc for the $5. It says, do they have MILFmobiles in the UK? Shall leave that to Drunkle to answer when he's next around.
Doc, you son of a bitch. I was like, oh, here's some respect to Drunkle. No, it wasn't respect. It was an attempt to enrage. Okay. Tell me, how do they fit minivans and mom wagons down your tiny, thin cobblestone streets? Pecos Bill Clinton.
Trust me. Sorry.
What in the actual fuck is that, is the point of that scene in the barn at the beginning of that movie? High Plains Drifter. Okay, that was later on in the spaghetti western era, right? It's like, Jesus, it was like Pale Rider. That's the best way I can explain it. Very impressionistic. There were lots of scenes where it's like, what the hell was that? They got, it was the 70s. They got artsy. That's the best way that's what I've always told myself, especially about Pale Rider. I mean, that was into the 80s. And there were, the last vestiges of the 70s impressionism. Let's be, style, and more style on top of some style. That kind of thing.
More style per style per style.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Bill Clinton, he's the law west of the Pecos. And Crossfire 4891, thank you for the $2. The correct answer is McClintock with John Wayne. Good tries, all. I've never seen or heard of that film, but that's a fantastic fucking Western line.
It's an awful name for a movie, though.
McClintock?
Horrible.
McClintock?
Yeah, McClintock.
McClintock.
Try saying that with a Scottish accent.
McClintock.
That's what that boils down to.
One of my favorite lines was from, I think it's My Darling Clementine, where Kirk Douglas is playing Wyatt Earp, and he encounters my favorite character from Western history, John Holliday, Doc Holliday. And he, when Kirk Douglas encounters him, he's like, so, can you shoot? He asks him, like, what's your marksmanship ability, right? And Doc Holliday straightens up his shirt and says, well, unfortunately, all the people that can attest to my marksmanship
And
are
no,
not
I don't ever
available
fucking
for
stop
comment.
talking. If you don't like the commentary, just go masturbate to the video by yourself instead of masturbating to my words. Okay? Fuck off.
There you go. Conservative Atheist, thank you for the $8. That's right. Never stop talking, even over my own donations. When they're saying I never stop talking. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Dead pilot, guy didn't know. Don't be an EMT. They kind of rely on you being able to tell when someone's actually dead, So, look. Florida shooting spree leaves 3 people dead, including a child and a TV news employee covering one of the shootings.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's just delightful.
Mm-hmm. And this is CNN. This is CNN.
That got shot up?
No.
Oh.
No.
Darn.
I mean, even when Antifa attacked CNN, they didn't change their shtick. I mean, they're hard in the paint, man. They're not stopping. No matter what happens. In any case, this is CNN. Reading through this article is a piece of hilarity because it's about the guns. The problem is the guns and not the senselessness of the person perpetrating the crime. Do you see that tiny little postage stamp picture? The guy that did it?
No. I don't.
Squint your eyes. Squint real hard. Can you see it? I can't even believe they included.
God,
I'm surprised they put the thing in there.
I know. Keith Melvin Moses, 19, was arrested and charged with the shooting. It's only because they absolutely straight up caught the guy and published his name in Florida. There's a reason why there's so many Florida man stories, right? Because of their laws and regulations around like publishing mugshots and whatnot. The news is widely available for idiots like us to constantly talk about it. That's why Florida seems one of the reasons Florida seems so crazy, in addition to the meth and bath salts, of course. It's true. But this is CNN reporting on, so they have to make it all about the guns. Okay, let's just... There's his fucking mugshot. So there's the fine, upstanding young gentleman that decided to, Jesus Christ, repeatedly go on a shooting spree, stop, and then start again, and then just keep blasting with no aim whatsoever. And that's how he hit he missed the people he was shooting at. Completely. But hit other people, though.
I didn't realize the Teletubbies were hiring from the hood now.
Yeah. And I mean,
just trying to bring a little levity into this because it's dark as fuck.
I mean, the look on his face is honestly like he was looking at his shoes, and somebody went, "Hey, Keith, look up," and he was like, "What?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're charged with capital murder in Florida. Do you understand the consequences of that? There's no doubt that it was you. None.
Frank Cap in chat. He was probably shooting at his barber.
Oh, dear. Moving the hell along. No, you guys don't care about that. Okay. Ongoing evidence that people that are on TikTok are retarded. Sorry if you're on TikTok. Get off TikTok. It's retarded there.
I upload to TikTok.
You say what?
I upload to TikTok.
Why are you so retarded?
I just do the drink recipes.
Oh.
You at least put a condom on your phone while you do it.
Well,
maybe
it's the attempts at TikTok fame. I mean, could there be a more polyword version of fame than TikTok star?
Oh god, yeah.
It's just
I suppose it accurately represents how long the fame lasts.
Wow. So Disneyland warns Guardians of the Galaxy riders to avoid dangerous TikTok trend. And what is it? Okay, well, in this ride, it's a drop of doom. You go off the edge and then you fly straight down. Yeah, you have a fucking seatbelt on. Well, yeah, of course, because you're going in a fucking free fall. So what are asshole TikTokers doing? Going on without a seatbelt and recording themselves? Injuries have resulted, shockingly. You can't see all their hair floating? Come on, guys.
Right. I'm not being funny, but like the two parts of your body that you should absolutely protect from injury: your skull, your spine.
Good point.
Also, maybe your genitals.
So I mean, drink recipes on TikTok. That's normal. World leaders debate whether it's okay to kill people with Terminator-style robots.
Yes.
I mean, how about that AI-generated art, huh?
That's pretty cool. But yeah, if it keeps actual people out of war, then sure.
Look at that robot's gun. It's clearly compensating for something.
I don't know if it's a good idea to have autonomously operating missile-loaded drones flying about that are capable of week-long sojourns, sorties of this is up there flying, a couple of hellfires, and they're autonomously deciding when to strike. Sin, come on. I mean, this is the oldest joke in the book, and it's not even fucking funny anymore. You want Skynet? This is how you get Skynet.
Well, the thing is this stuff is going to exist no matter what, and public outcry about not liking it isn't going to change that fact. So we might as well start investing in giant neodymium magnets.
Yeah.
And has a point.
It kind of, it does sort of work in the favor of really robust Second Amendment arguments. Like, why do you need a Barrett 50 caliber? Like the robot has here. Because the robots have them. That's why.
Look what I got here. Hey, where are the white women at? Hey, boy.
Hey, Sin, you use TikTok, do you? Don't you? I'd like to see you post on there. I, for one, welcome our Chinese overlords and see what happens to the app. I'll give it a go. Next time I record, I'll make sure to throw that in there. Thank you, Fastonia.
Look, Dr. Zach says, I like how they're acting like countries don't have EMP technology. I hear you. And it makes the idea of EMP firearms, emitters rather, that much more.
We talked
cool.
about this. It has to be 6-something months ago on Fright Power, but the Goose gun is basically, we're all going to need to invest in some of that.
Yeah, and I, for one, have a strong, really, really firm faith in American entrepreneurialism, especially when it comes to weapons design. And so, yeah, the only thing that I worry about is them being restricted and outlawed and becoming the most illegal thing ever because, think of the patterns in history. Like, owning a simple Kevlar vest without plates is illegal in some states. Why? It is an entirely defensive item that can offer no offensive force unless you were to smother someone with it. You know? It's like, well, when we shoot you, we want you to go fucking down. That's why.
Yeah, they don't want you to be able to not die.
Yeah.
But moreover from that, the issue is we are a country that figured out how to print functional machine guns in your own home. You don't think we're going to figure out a way to make a little EMP?
Yeah. Like I said, firm faith in American entrepreneurialism to rush in to fill that gap in the market. Sam, you know what I'm talking about here. I mean,
absolutely.
As soon as ads were there, ad blockers were there. Everyone should be using an ad blocker. If you're not, what are you doing?
The hell is that?
Turn on that pesky ad blocker.
That's my donation sound. Sorry, I've not added any new ones yet.
You know what, Sam? Can you shoot me your thingamajigger with the stuff and things so I can put it on screen?
Oh, certainly. Sorry, yeah. Bear with me.
If you could DM it to me in Discord.
And then I will get to that donor.
Sin, do you want a Barrett 50? This particular
Not
Barrett
really.
50? No.
I
don't know if I want...
That's a $10,000 safe queen.
I hear you.
Actually, probably like $20,000 or $15,000.
It's not so much the Barrett 50 that I want. You know, it is the gun. I mean, it was the gun that was in RoboCop, et cetera, right? Like, it's got a lot of... I mean, come on, admit it. It's got some serious fucking ooh-ah cool points to it, right?
Oh, yeah, it's super cool. But, like, okay, so my safe queen dream gun is the Tommy built T-36. It's a fucking awesome gun. I want it more than anything. But it's like $3,000.
I have no idea what gun you're talking about, so I'm looking it up. T-36?
Yep.
I gotta be honest, I'm
There's
more
a couple of
fan
models
the
of it.
Shaytak. Or a Hackett 2. I take a Hackett Mark II.
Okay, there's no
don't see
denying
this at all.
the silhouette of that gun is slick as fuck. I mean, that's...
I'm not seeing anything. All I see is a white screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did it... Oh, it opened it up in a separate browser, and I don't know why.
T-36C. Yep, nope, still white screen.
Yeah, I know. Calm down. I'm not sure why it opened it in a second browser. Let's just go back. Here we go. There.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I want. Not the long barrel one. I want that one.
Like I said, the silhouette of that gun is fucking impressive. It's slick as fuck. It looks really cool. And at least it's in 5.56.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got that fucking oversized bastard in 9mm.
Well, it's smaller than that, but yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's not a good gun. I'm not saying it's not a reliable gun. I'm saying it's overgunned. Meaning, for something that's just 9mm, it's big and it's fucking heavy.
Yeah. Look at that.
Sinatra's not even listening. He's just, you know.
I'm just, I have never wanted a gun so bad in my life. But it's like, okay, it's like $2,500 to $3,500. It's 5.56, which is, you know, I that's the most ammo of anything that I have.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I want it so bad.
Does somebody make like an AR-10 model in 338 Lapua? That would be like...
It's got to exist, surely.
It's the 8.
Real quick, guys, can I get to this donation? Doc
Of
made
course.
a special request.
Absolutely.
Okay. He asked me to do this in a drunkle impression, so I'm gonna do my best.
All right.
All right. This should be good.
We'd just like to officially state
Sorry,
It sounded just like him.
Yeah, America cut in there. Go ahead, Sam.
We'd just like to officially state that the UK does indeed not have snow. Also, I have entered into a relationship with the moon and will be making love to her sweet, cheesy holes after the stream. Please disregard any further statements on this. Love, Millard. I added a bit on the end there.
It's only okay that I laugh. All right? I'll tell you why, chat. Okay? You say, oh, that's mean. You're laughing at Drunkle and he's not here. Okay,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it
Shut
is.
up.
It's hilarious. and I'll tell you why it's okay for me to laugh initially. We're over in Discord, and Sam says this line that is supposedly like something that I would say. And he's doing a mimicry of me. Everyone else in the voice chat, they bust out laughing. Oh my God, that was so spot on. And I'm sitting there just horrified. Chat, horrified. Like, is that what I sound like? and everyone, the people there were like, yeah, man, that's Jesus Christ. That was like eerie. It was not okay.
I'm so sorry, Drunkle.
I just
give the people what they want.
So I have felt
look,
the
if you
pain
wanted
of
him to be
accurate
sorry, he
mimicry,
should
so
have
it's
been
all
here.
right. Yeah, Festonia, you've dropped the mask there, Drunkle. We all know it's you now. So yeah, there are AR-10s in 338 Lapua. So that's
that's exciting.
That is that is a lot more manageable and interesting than a 50 BMG in my opinion.
Is the Shaytek round, is that 375 or something like that?
I believe it's 375 and 416.
Yeah, because they specifically tailored it to meet California's no 50 rule, didn't they? Initially.
Mm.
I think it turned out being a better round anyway.
Yeah, I think the idea is like, well, okay, what do we have, and why are we even using 50? Why did my dad even design the 50 Barrett originally? And it's like because the biggest fucking thing was the Browning machine gun round, the 50 caliber Browning machine gun round. Actually 510 caliber, but whatever. And so yeah, I'll design a gun in and around that thing. He originally tested it in his backyard, hanging it from a rope from a tree, firing into the ground.
I didn't know that, but that does sound
awesome. That is the most American Doc Brown thing I have ever heard IRL.
Man.
There's video of him doing it. Because he's testing the barrel goes back to produce a semi-recoilless effect, right? To absorb some of the recoil. The barrel moves backward during firing. And he's testing that function. It's like, well, where am I going to fire it? I don't want to fire like off into the distance. So he hangs it by the stock, by a rope from a tree, and it fires into the ground in his backyard. I'm like, it's fucking awesome. Here's Khaleesi says, my voice is like melted chocolate. Don't listen to them. Well, I take it on good authority that you're wrong.
Shut up! Be quiet!
But it is like.
I mean, it's right there. It's not Drunkle. He speaks with freedom. Freedom flingies. Freedom flingies. Thank you. Apparently, you're freedom flingies.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Washington State controlled burn destroys home and vehicle. I'd be so fucking mad. They did a controlled burn on a forest, and they burned my fucking house down and my car in the front. The fuck?
Earlier, Walter Krill said something. There's no such thing as a controlled burn, and I'm just getting more and more proof of that.
Okay. I'm just so angry on this person's behalf. You know what I mean? I can't imagine we got to leave the area because they're doing a controlled burn today. So smoke inhalation and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, okay. And then you're driving up the road to your house and you're like, I'm sorry, you can't go up there. Why? Well, the firefighters are trying to put a fire out. You're still doing the controlled burn? No, of your house. What?
What?
Yeah, you're not going to take your valuables with you. You're not going to take your kids' photos with you. Your guns, whatever the fuck, all your personal papers, everything. You don't leave it there because you think you're coming back to a house that isn't fucking cinders.
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Never like that. Oh shit. C. Thomas 5 minutes ago. Apologies. Thank you for the $5. I don't like the idea of robotic soldiers. Something like that is too easy to abuse. Plus, humans need 15 years to be useful, since only 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't like the idea of robot soldiers at all.
We're already there, man.
I-
We're just not on the ground, literally, with it. I would feel more of a certain type of way about the robot soldiers we have, that they're aerial based instead of, functional and have to use like stairways and shit.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Ed 209, and I'm not worried about the robot soldiers running around a battlefield like surrogates. It's just that's not where my mind goes. My mind goes to the tech that already exists.
I'm talking about
like predator
drones. I think you
yeah,
mentioned
that are being predators with Hellfire missiles that are being operated from the ground, and the AI is being transmitted the same, and the directions are being transmitted the same way that the through the same signals that their directions are, that the GPS data is being sent, etc., etc. That's what concerns me. It's like, I'll just let the drones run autonomously. No, it's a terrible fucking idea.
I mean, I just want to point out that, look at Elon Musk's bloody self-driving cars and their whole, human recognition and the faults that happen there.
What? Careful, Sam.
I'm towing the line.
Careful.
Delicately. I'm just saying, think about who the West is most likely to get involved in an armed conflict with.
Gamer Villainy, thank you for the tree fitty. Lapua AR platforms in your DMs. Cry before you open the link. Your wallet will show no mercy. I did. That's, I want to look, but yeah. Doc, thank you for the $5. There's no controlled burn because man does not control fire. If you disagree, try telling that to my ex's Rod. She shot to the moon out of her motor. Really?
Nice.
No, there are no controlled burns. I just accept that. It's woman had $180,000 worth of cocaine shipped to her home.
Oh, well done, young lady.
Yeah.
I mean, that's terrible. How could you?
Right. Jesus. Woman in South Carolina was arrested after deputies says she tried to have 3 kilos of blow shipped to her front door. The officers said investigators had received a tip about a parcel of cocaine being delivered to her home on February 13th. Officials with several agencies worked together and intercepted the package. Deputies said it contained 2 large bricks of compressed powder weighing more than 6.5 pounds. They estimated the street value. I don't give a fuck what you think it was worth. The package was addressed to 28-year-old. Oh my God. Quinisha Mango?
That's not a real name.
Well,
Quinisha Monago, I think that is. I think that's
Quinisha Monago. Yeah, whatever. There it is in chat. Just
Monago.
Look, Quinisha, what were you thinking?
She was thinking $60 a gram. That's what she was thinking.
60? Welcome to the EU. An undercover agent delivered the parcel, and deputies said Mango took the cocaine, put it in the back of a 2012 Ford Focus, and started to get behind the wheel of her car. Mango was arrested and charged with trafficking cocaine in possession with the intent to distribute marijuana. Wait, what? This was a lot of coke, and thanks to all who participated in the street. No, that it never hit the street. Just great.
In the street. Yeah, they were just dancing a conga line as they shit that shit out.
Shut up! Be quiet!
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if you guys are done talking. That's a Kool-Aid name.
Quinisha Mango? Like Summertime Blitz, that kind of thing?
Maybe. I don't know. Because he was sent in the last dono that made no sense. Freedom Lingies? Freedom Flingies? I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. Thanks for the $5 again. If you he says if you do a poly impression, you have to make sure to drop some poly words for true authenticity.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Not on this channel, I won't.
further demonstration of fucking TikTok. Family slammed for Disney ride hack. I hope you're joking. So here's the thing. Fucking kid can't get on the fucking rides because he ain't fucking tall enough, right?
Okay, what's that? You cannot make the kid taller.
Yes, you can. If you craft shoes for him.
That doesn't change the height he is sitting down, which I can almost guarantee is the issue with the ride.
It is, and hence the point, supposedly, in the story, which is, oh my God, we are outraged. These parents are such terrible parents because they were able to get their kid on every ride in Disneyland and show it on TikTok because of this hack that they created. And the hack was to cut the soles off of other shoes and glue them onto other shoes and create platform shoes for the kid. So thus he's tall enough to get on all of the rides when he's not actually. And
why do these people feel the need to document every illegal thing they do? Well, not illegal, but every uncouth thing they do.
Just clout chasing, right? It's got to be clout chasing.
Yeah.
We subjected our kid to unnecessary danger.
But I think it was. But not only do I think it was deliberate, it all gets lost in the story because they're talking about like, oh my God, I can't believe they did this. The Kelly family. This is like Daddy 05 shit. Absolutely like Daddy 05 stuff, right? For the sake of the attention and the lamest clout of all, TikTok clout, that they went through this knowing that they were going to get noticed for this. And if you read through to the very, very end of the story, you would never condone any parent putting their child in risk. And it's like you made platform shoes for your kid that's already tall enough. One follower questioned, and I'm like, wait, what? Is that you might want to remove the original video so we can't immediately fact check you. They had already posted videos of the kid. I read further. The kid was already tall enough to be on all those rides. They never put the kid's life at risk or his safety at risk. They created this whole shoe video as a hack thing to get noticed because they knew the negative attention that would be garnered from it. Thus, people would watch their TikToks. See what I'm saying?
Fuck those people. Fuck them.
It was perfectly safe for the kid to go on those rides, but they simulated that it wasn't. That'll get eyes on us.
Yeah, and then all it takes is one fucking imbecile.
So I guess
imbecile parent to actually do it.
Yeah, the only actual danger is, Florida mom really doing this.
Yeah.
We don't, and the idea is, well, we don't want influencers to influence people on TikTok into doing stupid stuff. Oh, like not wearing the belt on a drop of doom? We're going to be slammed into the ceiling? That sort of,
Bouncing around like a fucking egg.
Or any of the things that Chubby Emu does videos on. This TikToker drank 30 fucking energy drinks in 10 minutes. This is what happened to his brain, etc. It's always TikTok challenges. At least half the time. Some moron doing some stupid thing. That's what you got going on here. And by the way, your crafting sucks. I'd see that kid coming from a mile away.
Yeah, as he cranes up at the top of every other kid.
Well, yeah, and he's walking all goofy. Little 8-year-old isn't not gonna know how to walk on platform shoes. I mean, grown women don't know how to walk on them damn things.
A newborn deer.
You want a palate cleanser video for fun?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's God. Look, I don't know if you can beat that.
It's like pretty top tier S tier level shit. Yeah, I mean Zelda is a pretty famous for his Rickrolls. Even he was impressed.
Yo,
welcome, Drunkle.
Drunkle.
Hey, Sam, what's good? Hey, Polly. Hey, mate. First off, sorry. It completely
No
slipped
worries.
my mind.
No worries.
It was a Thursday stream. I'm so sorry, mate.
No. It's an off day stream, and you did say you could only make it way later. So no, fair enough.
No, I am sorry. No, look, had I remembered, I could have made it sooner. That was completely my mistake. I'm sorry, mate. How's it been going? How's the stream gone? Hey, Sam, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, no,
Love it.
been holding down the fort, hoping that you'd get on. Yeah, you had a donation. You had a donation earlier on.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, let's have a little look.
I've been throwing your link out there. And
Oh, Jesus Christ! Did I not?
You legend.
Did I not show the thing to chat? Was the video not up?
Apparently not.
It was Doc for $5 said, do they have MILF mobiles in the UK?
I guess without the
it made sense
context,
contextually.
Yeah.
You know my context keys, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I was floating with the idea that they might have MILF floats instead.
Where are we, John boy?
If I had to guess, I'd say
that's when
communist
your milk is
China. Are we
drowning.
gonna die here?
You
Darn
send back
fucking
something to
tootin'.
save her.
True.
Yeah. How you doing, Sin? All right, bud?
I'm all right.
That's what I like to wear.
Okay, you know what? I don't know if chat saw it or not. Either way, we should watch it again. There it is. Okay.
Should.
All right, let's do it.
All right. It's like he's all laughing at us. We're the joke. I think, what year does that go? Like, what, 87? 85? 89? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Didn't he, like, retire immediately after?
No, he's still touring.
Oh, he tours now. Yeah, I mean, the internet loves
He
him.
just
When the
does
Rick
this
rolling.
song on repeat.
Yeah.
That is basically all he needs to do, though, Sin. To like, you see a musician, you listen to the hits. This guy's got one hit. It's a 5-minute gig.
Yeah.
$60.
People will pay it.
And he has the full-on right opinion. I read an interview with him where he's like, what do you think? The interviewer asked watching that video. He says, it's such a throwback. I don't know how we put together what we put together. I don't know why we made the decisions that we did. Like, I watch it and I know it's me, but it just seems like I wouldn't make those calls. Like, there I am.
I don't believe this. This is your liberty.
Nice.
This is your liberty. They mugged us off, ain't they? We've been mugged off by the Klingons.
Mugs. They've mugged us right off. You gonna have that, Jim?
Steve Dave.
You're not angrier about this, Drunkle. They replaced you with a funnier Brit. They've mugged you right off. You gonna have that, Millard?
Am I gonna have that? He's I'm not gonna have, Steve. He's French. I'm not gonna have that. That is actually because I mean, dude, Sam, mate. Last night I was playing hog leg.
Yeah.
I came in quite drunk from the pub, right? Because God, we didn't have the AAA, so I was like, I come back for the AAA. Oh, it's not happening. So what do? I go back to the pub. And I ended up just getting pissed with a fucking Chinese couple. The prawns there, though, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Alright, just wait for my fucking time!
E to the dubs. It's Polydub.
Bitch, let me have it! I'm Last Jedi! Why do you keep screaming, bro? It's a habit!
Well, you know what happens now. Doc, thank you for the $25. Greatly appreciated. He says limes, but with love. Well, because of the love, I'll give you more than limes. I'll give you bergamot.
And before Sinatra gets in, you can also pre-order limes for tomorrow night.
Bergamot.
Indeed.
There we go. Lumpy limes.
Right, so I come back and I'm pissed as fuck, right? And I'm like, oh, I've got right. Even though we didn't have the AAA, I'm still doing the fucking regular stream, the post AAA stream. So I put on hog leg, and all I am doing for the first 45 minutes is chatting nothing but shit about the French. To the point that if you try to type in the word French into my Twitch chat, it will censor you.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I feel so much better about the impression I did of you earlier now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you before you do it, like, because there's a bartender in my local who is French, and someone used the word a la carte. I went, what does that mean? Obviously, it means, like, in transit, it means in a car, right? This French guy is fucking raging behind a... No, you fucking heathen bastard! It does not mean in a car! At this point, I'm just enjoying pissing off the French. Can you do your impression for me, Sam? Come on. Come on.
Oh, hold on. Let me find
You
it.
got to get into the
Retrieve
right
the
state of
text.
mind. You got
Yeah.
right. It's all about the
the
breath, diaphragmatic breathing, sir. All right.
I don't think it was that good, but chat seemed to enjoy it, so I'll preface it with that.
Go on.
I, Drunkle, would just like to officially state that the UK does indeed not have snow. Also, I have entered into a relationship with the moon and will be making love to her sweet, cheesy holes after the stream. Please disregard any further statements on this.
Millard.
There you go.
That was all right. That was all right. I'm not angry. I'm a little bit impressed, and I think I have a semi.
You're
be
a
careful with
bigger
that,
man
mate.
than I am, sir. Because like
A
I
lot
said,
of people have said that.
I felt that it was okay to laugh, as I did when it first happened, because I've heard Sam's impression of me, which I found unrecognizable. But apparently the other people that were in voice chat at the time found it spot on, which really irked me.
Come on. Irked?
Yeah, it was disturbing. Because I'm like,
more
honestly,
I
I was
talk
like,
to you, the
that's
more
how
I
I
love you.
sound. I don't. I get that feeling every time I do editing, though. Where you're
What,
editing
irked?
your own voice. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I find it irksome. Sam, hit us up with the Polly impression.
Yeah. Someone
Come the Otter.
shoot some
That's
poly
got to be
language.
another $20.
Yeah, shoot some
Do you think?
poly phrases at him, and by all means, I'd like to hear it again because I don't. Yeah, I'm into cringe.
I'm
Why
being
not?
put on the spot now.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
I
being
think the
put on
best
the spot
impression
now.
of Polly is to just not show up for his own stream.
Vagueness. This is nihilistic impressions when you're just not there.
You don't do that at all.
All right,
Is that what Chad thinks of me?
There's Rick Astley still laughing.
No one
at
in
us.
chat thinks of you. Don't worry.
Okay, let's wrap up these last few stories, and then we can do the game, and then we're done. Irish rooster with a violent past kills man with attack to the back of his leg.
Was the man's last word rooster?
No.
No, he said, "Oh,
so
cock."
you're telling me this is a different Irishman who got killed by a different chicken?
Yes.
We did this on Monday. Are you telling me this is a different rooster attack?
I don't know.
Because if so,
Did we do this on Monday?
You are onto something. This goes all the way to the top. We're going to blow the lid off this.
Well, I mean, I thought you'd appreciate it from the, animal crime wave aspect.
Of course, yeah.
Was that the rooster?
No.
It says file photo of a rooster.
I know.
I'm assuming.
Look at that. Look at that. That rooster is in jail. Look at his eyes.
Oh, I mean, he's clearly psychotic.
I saw one.
I mean, that much is.
Yeah, right. Fucking hell.
Was Jasper Krause the individual attacked in Cork, Ireland?
Cork, Ireland. Yeah, it was an Irish guy. Yeah, but his last word was rooster.
You think you'd see? Ooh, the Ricky Spanish.
He had
comes
a
in.
cardiac arrest, and someone found him as he was because he had a. Well, he had a cardiac event, should we say? But the chicken just kept.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, his
away.
last words was rooster. Rosebud.
I love how he said it like it was a warning. Rooster, like rosebud.
Yeah.
I see the light.
No, that's cool. It looks like this one's a little more in-depth article than what I had on Monday.
An Irish
we didn't have
inquest
a photo.
found, meaning they sobered up somewhat. They switched from, from whiskey
They
to
only
beer
had
to
half
conduct
pints.
I heard a good joke the other day, and it was actually Paul Vario, Polly, my namesake. That's where my name comes from, if you're curious. That and political science, but it was because I was reading Wise Guy at the time about. Anyway, doesn't make a difference.
Also from Polybobs.
Polybobs. I still don't get it, but it's funny to me. The 7-course Irish meal, a potato and a 6-pack.
That's good. You know what that makes me think of? That Sinatra. You know exactly what I'm going to say. The fucking Mallory Archer, The Irishman's Dilemma.
Oh yeah. Do you eat the potato, wait for it to ferment, and drink it?
That's the stuff.
Damn.
It's like very...
Shooting all the jobs.
Moving
come through from
along.
Doug.
That is a scary ass chicken, though, isn't it?
Real quick there. Thank you, Doc, for $10. Veuillez lire ceci en français. Il n'y a rien de contenu dans ce cadeau. Je veux juste causer de la merde.
No. No.
Can we no? Can we apply Google Translate or Bing Translate to that rather?
Sure.
What he said was "Je suis un fucker."
Not far off. Please read this in French. There is no content in this gift. I just want to cause the shit.
No. You gotta buy Sam's accent though, aren't you? Like he sounds perfectly English despite being disabled.
Writing that one down. That's going on my resume, mate.
I call it and do think of it as the Ava Green effect, and it worries me.
Yeah.
That there are people out there that can talk with like Ava Green can talk with this sultry accent, and then you find out she's French.
Disgusting.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, and it's like you start wondering if she shaves her armpits and smells bad, or doesn't shave her armpits and smells bad. And
I like the smell of garlic. Mudshot Pirate threw $3. He said, "Hey, Drunkle, that's me. I just learned something interesting about England and their use of bullseye glass panes when they still used mouth-blown glass for production. Have you seen these panels at your pubs?" Yes, I know exactly what you mean. It was the part of the glass when glass was manually made as opposed to factory made. There would always be like a nipple. There would be a glass nipple, and some pubs, they opted to keep them. It shows you that a pub is going to be violent, basically. I know exactly what you mean. Mudchuck. That's a good bit of culture. Well found. You ever seen these, Polly?
I have not. Nipple glass? No.
No, it was right. So, I mean, Google nipple glass, and I think it might come up. I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh, it came up with a fucking rifle. Amazing.
I was looking up 338 Lapua ARs.
Don't Google nipple glass.
Oh.
Do old English pub glass pane.
Oh Jesus. What do you want?
I'm being very specific here. This probably should do it. There you go. Right, first one, right in the middle. That's your boob. That's your boob glass right there.
Oh,
because they couldn't get rid of this because this is where where you got the glass blower, or as we knew her, Sheila from Essex.
Sure.
They would have to pull that out, and it would affect the pane. Of course, techniques got better and better, and they learned how to get rid of them. But a lot of traditional pubs said no, let's keep them.
Eventually, the French showed them how to blow, and got better from there.
And we learned it from the Italians.
And then it became glass sucking.
You'd call it glass nipples. That totally ruins it because
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
I love that bit. I love it.
Polly's Endless Nihilism. Thank you for the $2. Hello there. Hello, Nihilism.
General Kenobi. And Akira threw $3. Said, no Frenchy talk here. Bad, Sam. Bad.
Those are cool. They're like glass ripples. You know what I mean? And you can tell how drunk you are. It's like, I can see the ripple moving. It's time to go home.
Yeah. Everything out of this particular pane looks fine.
Exactly. When the ripple becomes clear, then that last call, buddy, man. I say.
It's the beer goggleometer. Yeah.
It's actually probably the strongest part of the pane as well because of it. Like the structural integrity of it is a little bit more. So it's like when you get into a fight, it gives you a target of where to smash your assailant's head.
Right.
He's not wrong.
Okay, so check this out. This is okay. Indonesia military ready for operation to free New Zealand pilot held hostage, Philip Mertens, if talks fail. Now, if you look at these separatists here, they have an interesting array of weaponry.
I'm getting mixed signals.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you could just do that, Polly. So, okay, hold on, I'll go get him.
But they do have what appear to be automatic weapons, but yet they're pointing ridiculously ineffective, shitty bows and arrows.
See, that wasn't even the mixed signals I'm getting that I was referring to. Like, because there's one guy who's shaking hands with him, and there's another guy who's pointing a fucking bow and
Yeah,
arrow.
I
at him.
know,
Like,
I know.
God,
Yeah,
shut up.
he's down with them, right? And then if you look at the next picture, they're all holding hands.
It kind of looks like he's being arrested, though, doesn't it?
Well, he is holding his hand. This guy's holding his wrist, and who the fuck is this guy aiming at? Like, this is just.
He's aiming at his friend. I assume they're friends. Is that racist to me?
I mean, he's got a 204 grenade launcher on the bottom of that fucking thing. Where are you guys getting your weapons that you're still rolling with fucking hand-carved wood beads and ooga booga puffs coming out of your fucking turbans? What the hell?
Ukraine.
Jesus Christ.
Well, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Do you think like the grenade part is loaded there? Like, or
I
is
do
it just,
not.
like, maybe he's keeping a snack in there, you know?
Well, it looks like his snack is tied to his arm. If you look, he's got a salad ready to go.
That's what it is, right? He's got a little capsule of bloody salad dressing up the end of the fucking grenade launcher barrel, and he just turns it around, punk,
Yeah.
away it goes.
Ready, a
Have a munch
snack
on
on
that.
the go. Like, hey, I'm hungry. Boom, thank you. How much hostage holding is actually going on here?
Is this the titular article? What does this have to do with corgis?
This isn't the titular article.
It's
Oh, I thought you said we had one more than the.
Did I say one more?
That's what I thought I heard.
Oh, damn it. I was trying to get Sam's thingamajigger to work. Hold on. We'll get that up and running.
Oh, yeah. I've just got
Akira
another
for
one.
3 says these Far Cry games are getting out of hand.
Oh, no.
Sam,
just
play it
had another
again.
one.
I think it's good to go now.
Play it again, Sam.
Absolutely. There we are.
There we go. Okay, Doc donated 10. Thank you, Doc. He says, de merde stirring. I think he means shit stirring. Au moins, je connais le nom propre de la lune. Toi qui aimes les moutons gallois. Put that through the translate. It says,
Impressive.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah, but-
French is just silent sometimes. That's the kind of French accent I'm on board with, Polly.
It's extremely subtle, that language, you know.
Some might say too subtle.
sorry.
Yes, he's one of those
Not quite.
whispering Frenchmen.
Almost a complete lack of communication at times, it seems. Are we doing the translating thing, or are we just going to move on? Is it...
Sorry, bear with me. I had my phone started blowing up. I was like, right, mute, hit the mute.
Yeah.
I just got Hogwarts Legacy. I wish it was transphobic as the Churns claimed it was.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'll tell Sin, we were chatting the other week about
I
favorite
am-
donations. That is one of my favorites of yours, dude.
Oh, thanks. I am shocked and dismayed that it's not that bad. Color me surprised. Thank you, Spooksky. Much appreciated.
It's actually it's not even not that bad. It's actually fucking... I mean, I was saying on Monday, if it weren't for the whole failed boycott and everything, people would actually be pissed off at how woke the game is.
Let's see. The thing is like all, and I said this, all the gameplay I saw, it looks very middling. So if it weren't for the boycotts and protests and shit, it probably wouldn't be nearly as popular as it is.
End of the day, though, it is still off probably one of the most popular franchises in the world. Like, if you take the Hogwarts and the Harry Potter thing out of it, then yes, I agree with you. It is a middling game. It's not amazing and it's not shit. But it's because you're walking down memory lane. You're going down nostalgia road. You know, that's where it comes from.
Nostalgia is a big selling point.
Oh, good enough for me.
A couple people in the chat said they like The Witcher 2. I have a couple more Witcher donations, but they're up there, and we'll talk about that Friday.
All right. Since Sinatra's so deadly to get onto the titular article, let's do that, and then we can play the game. Then we can go amongst our various places.
Yeah, we'll all have a wank and a cry.
Right. Corgi-sized meteor as heavy as 4 baby elephants hits Texas.
Yeah, we will just use anything but the metric system, won't we?
I was just about to rage about that very thing. I was about to have it.
You know what? I'm happy.
Jackpot.
I'm happy with it though. Fuck the metric system.
This is
I'm happy.
now we've talked about animal size measurements before, and when I saw this,
Yes.
I was like, "You have got to be fucking kidding me!" And Valine recognized it immediately. She sent me the article, and I'm like, "I already have it. I mean, you can't miss this fucker one." I just
That's the stuff.
Harry Potter was a huge part of my childhood, so a game like this is something I've wanted since I was 9. And that, that's fine. I get it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. No one should ever knock what you like. But I'm just saying, from what I saw, it looks very. But then again, it's not for me.
You say that though, but people were knocking people for what they like. You know, you're getting called all fucking kinds of names.
I wasn't calling anybody names.
No, you weren't. No, but fucking the people who were like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. You fucking transphobe, you fucking bigot. This Streisand affected it into the stratosphere, dude.
Absolutely.
yeah, you can't buy that kind of marketing for that price, which is fucking free.
Dude, they
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
even
it
need
was-
to advertise it.
It was all free, and it worked out perfectly for them. Thank you again, Spookski. Much appreciated.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that happening in the future, whether or not it's because we start seeing companies and corporations using memes to advertise. No, there was a Fast and Furious 9 came out, and we were inundated with memes about it's all about family. Now, these weren't user made, man. I'm telling you. And
So
now
just
they
to
found an even
demonstrate
better
that
way.
the article really does get into this, a meteor around the size of a Pembroke Welsh Corgi and weighing around a total of 4 baby elephants struck the earth near McAllen, Texas last Wednesday.
Which is weird because the Pembroke Welsh Corgi is nowhere near the size of 4 baby elephants.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a very
It was a
small
very dense Corgi.
Yeah.
It's
I am irrationally angry right now. Give it to me in feet and inches at least.
Right, a Corgi has 4 feet. Is that good enough?
Doc, thank you for the $5. Was Drunkle late because he voted to remain at the pub?
I'll tell you what happened, right, is because on the way on the bus, I was watching, on Thursdays, as I normally do, I was watching Question Time. Because
Are we
dare
having
I
a pub
say it-
story?
Yeah.
No, this is a bus story. On
Oh.
Thursdays, we have a Question Time, which is actually about English politics. You guys wouldn't be into it. So I get off the bus, and what I normally do is go finish watching it at the pub. And I just fucking completely forgot that we was doing AAA on a Thursday.
I watch Omega on do Friday Question Period on his channel all the time. I know what you're talking about.
I love Question
let's,
Time.
Let's talk. Shut up, French. Let's talk fucking English politics sometime then, Polly.
I don't understand why.
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
I don't
it's-
understand why you don't. I don't get it.
Because it's boring.
Oh.
Just like American politics is boring. But it was all about the shit I was chatting about on Monday. Fucking Roald Dahl getting fucking rewritten, changing a certain words to appease the fucking blue-haired masses and shit like that. Like this one was particularly up my street.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you, Drunkle, sometime you and me, we should sit down and do a supercut of like Question Time weirdos or something like that.
Yeah.
Some Europe.
I mean,
back
you
to the
being
street.
French, the only way we're going to sit down together is if your seat is a rusty spike.
All right. The beef remaineth. Okay.
The roast beef remaineth.
I don't you fucking dare, French.
The Wellington is cooked. We understand. It's fine. Okay. So,
Wellington was one of ours.
so you're ready to move on to the game, gentlemen. And we can do this with 2 or more players. So it's all convenient that it works that way.
Please tell me it's the big boy. Please tell me.
She's eating cylinder monkeys. She's eating cylinder monkeys.
Festonia, the legend. Thank you for the $12. Greatly appreciate it. My God. 20 years from now, when you guys go back to the AAA Meeting Vault collection to put together the definitive compilation DVD box set, episode 308 has to be there. Well done, gentlemen. Well, on an off day, thrown together, and I jumped over a bunch of things. It took us forever to get started. Lightning in a bottle, baby. Thank you,
It's the
Estonia.
DVD commentary you got to look forward to. Like, this scene was a challenge for everyone.
Drunkle was hanging back the whole time. We had it all planned out, and then Sinatra waved him in, and he came. Oh, there was just...
Gave him the
Drunkle rode
signal
in.
off screen.
Drunkle rode in on a giant bull terrier, demanding revenge for Agincourt.
A giant bull terrier the size of 4 baby corgis.
Love it.
Well, like I said before,
Animate that far.
Like I said before, greatest chat online, no question. You guys show up a day late, and yeah, I got told to fuck off, but I had it coming. But everyone's here. It's fucking awesome, having a good time. So, as I always forget to do, I might as well do now. If you haven't already, hit that like button and share us out on social media, or if you're listening in the future, or even right now, feel free to leave a comment below. I get to read them all and respond to most. And let's see. So, gentlemen, I don't just have a game. I have a new game.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Don't like it, man. I fear change.
I think you might get a kick out of this one. It's on a style of previous games of mine, but with a flair.
I do like your previous games. Okay, right. You're selling it to me.
All right, so here it is. Bring it over there. Bitch did what? Is the name of the game.
All right. Okay. The title has grabbed me.
Actually, I can go full screen with that. Bitch did what?
The title has grabbed me. The graphics have grabbed me even more.
The stick of this game is actually very straightforward. I will be showing you a picture of a female, a ostensibly attractive one, that has been arrested, and you will receive 3 choices between which crime she committed.
Okay.
And you have to pick the crime that she actually committed, or was charged with, rather. Based upon her appearance alone. That's the challenge.
I don't think it's going to be that much of a chat. Meth.
You already nailed one of them. Sam, you want to grab that?
Yeah, sure. Oh, God, it's getting worse. Tout sûr que vous ne voulez pas le pic. Je sais combien tu aimes les insertions anales, garçon de cheville.
Do I actually know you, by the way, Sam? Do you work in a Weatherspoons?
I don't as it goes.
I only know one French guy, and that's because I got rid of the rest.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
No, he doesn't look
you're
like
up
he
a 10.
Weatherspoons, right?
What?
An object from the outers of space, the size of an orangutan, weighing as much as 5 drunken barmaids, has struck Idaho. Literally, anything but the metric system.
I love it, dude, but how long is Idaho? By giraffes. Thank you very much, Akira, for the 10. Much appreciated, dude. You've been brilliant of late. I love you.
Always glad to see Akira here. Huge supporter of the show. One of the things that makes it the greatest chat online.
Goddamn right, mate.
Joshua Montgomery's here. I saw Montgomery say earlier that he had to get going. I'm glad you were able to either stay or come back. Yeah, I actually noticed when people are here in chat and then gone. That's what's cool about having the regulars, and there's so many. It's pretty fucking cool. So, bitch did what, right? So, and the key here is that these are not randomly chosen alternatives. Every single last one of the crimes listed is an actual crime that one of these girls committed. They're not made up by yours truly. So they're all authentic crimes committed by these ostensibly hot women. You just have to pick the right one.
You got deep in the fucking live research there, right?
Not really.
That's for Sam. That was like the key, by the way, is le quoi.
Loquaciousness in foreign languages is always offensive. Moving on.
He's not even French. He's not actually French. He's just fucking pretentious. You know that, don't you?
I mean, there's something of a redundancy with your redundancy there.
Yes, yeah, potato.
Are you ready for the first one? Try your hand at this.
Here we go.
All right. Now, did this charming young thing commit murder, meth possession, or was she guilty of public intoxication?
Meth?
Moiter.
You got moiter?
Sin's going murder. Okay. You got
Meth.
Drunkle with meth. Sam?
Meth.
I have to bow out over this one because I already know this one.
Oh, that's right. You already know this one. That's right. He was there last night when I was making all this up. Okay.
Your meth do us part.
And Sin's right. It's murder.
No!
She stabbed her boyfriend 22 times as he slept in his bed, claiming it was because he had massaged a 13-year-old girl.
Had he?
Absolutely no evidence of it other than her own word. She just
so this is
said that. Oh, she also called up on like one of the evidences against her, because I had to look up this story. I was like, really? She called up her friend on Facebook Live, or private messaging through Facebook, and was giggling with the bloody knife still in her hand, explaining what she did, and didn't mention anything to do with his underage activities. Yeah.
Yeah. I assumed it was just one of those where like you fucking, you wake up in the morning, your girlfriend's pissed off with you because she had a dream where you cheated on her.
Yeah. And Sam and I were talking about this, like this girl in a different timeline might be hot.
No.
You don't think so? You know what really throws me off the more you look at her? It's the one droopy eye. Sweet. I love the American yelling in the background. It's the best part. Kira, thank you for the $10. Idaho is 473 giraffes long, 227 orcas wide, and 202 cans at its highest elevation.
Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. You see why this girl's eye is actually open here? It's because she's got the fucking toothpick going through it like an oversized burger.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's horrifying. What's wrong with it?
No, I maintained in a different timeline she could have been hot.
You're just needing like an olive on the end of it and it'd be perfect,
What kills me is this. She shows up for jail with tinted hair, moosed back, eye makeup done. What the fuck?
She's wearing my best neck tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah, the swooping neckline to show her chest and neck tattoos to their greatest advantage.
She looks like a working class Captain Marvel.
So that's Sin 1, y'all nothing. I don't know how we're going to deal with Sam with the passes he might have to make here. But moving along.
I'll tell you how we deal with the French.
We'll take a look at this Technicolor-haired beauty. Was she charged with possession of marijuana, aggravated stalking, or public intoxication?
It's stalking.
Stalking.
Yeah, I'm going with stalking.
I was purposely going last, but I also picked long before. I looked at the photo. Yeah, she a crazy bitch. That's stalking.
That's a points across the board. Aggravated stalking it is.
Do we know him, boys, or do we know him?
We know him. Radiates from him. Can fix it.
Nurse Khaleesi asks Polly, "This is what you're doing at 3 a.m."
That's what she was doing at 3 a.m.
Sleeping, getting ready for a normal life. It's sort of tragic the way we live, gentlemen. I'm not going to lie.
Even the PowerPoint behind her is shot. Like, bitch, what?
I'm just throwing it out there. The only person not winning any points here tonight is Polly.
Fair.
Okay, so that's 2 for Sin, 1-1 for y'alls. It's the crazy eyes. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about her that just says, yeah, she might. And it's aggravated stalking too. I really got a lot of enjoyment out of the different names for crimes different states have. It's
What's the difference between just like regular stalking, harassment, and aggravated stalking? Was she like fucking following him home and going, yeah, follow me then, you shit?
This.
Be quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
I mean, there it is.
Why does that always happen whenever I'm talking?
Grippy socks, grippy crotch, dangerous games, high stake rewards. Man, I'm telling you, I can spot these crazy broads from a mile away from experience.
From experience, he lays out. Nice. This is the kind of I would love to play.
I needed a lawyer for my last breakup.
If I was ever to do a collab or end up going on Nick Recaita's stream, it would be to play this game and then have him explain to me, so what the fuck does that mean anyway? Aggravated stalking. And see, like, Nick's a lawyer, right? So it's like, can you pick it out? I'd be interested to see. Moving along.
Do you not have an answer? Like, what is it?
What?
Aggravated
I have no fucking idea. I don't know.
Did you not? Oh, no.
Nice. You know, I have to remind myself that that's a fucking duck talking every time. Like, that's like, no joke, chat. That's an actual fucking duck saying "you bloody fool." It's weird.
An Australian duck.
Yeah. Showing the intensity of the workplace in which he's kept. God Emperor Dingle, thank you for the 950. This is what happens after you stick your dick in Crazy, the game.
You might be onto something there, yeah. I mean, look, hey, that's a smash.
Yeah.
Wait. This girl?
Yes.
I can
Both
fix
have
it.
been.
You were going to go for number one? Oh, cool. Yeah, no, Sin, I know you type. Yeah, of course you were going to go for number one. You like the ones that look cleaner before you come on their chin.
Oh my God,
Yes.
what the fuck? What, it's
It's a smash, not a bag, but yeah.
Yeah, you're not like introducing it
Oh,
to your
fake
mother or
name,
anything,
phone
you know?
number, all the above.
So moving along.
Smash.
Is she this apparently
That is-
13-year-old looking girl?
That is arson. Something told me you'd be best at picking out the crazy bitches. I ain't about to get murdered in my sleep. Sanute 2023. Hey man, that was Sanute for a long time.
No, 2023 is the year you're gonna die.
And immediately Eric
2023
Gardner and
is the
Mike
year I might
Savage are
die.
like, one, arson. Like, why is everyone right about the arson?
Look into those eyes, you see the fire god.
Yeah, this is a bitch who likes setting shit on fire.
Yeah, that is it.
Even if it was,
100%.
it's not DUI. If it was burglary and assault, she still likes to set shit on fire. She just hasn't been caught yet.
Ah. Well, you can't win the game that way, I'm afraid. Sam?
It's arson.
I think I have to bow out of this one as well. I think this is the only other one I had any inkling of.
Oh, really? I didn't think I showed this one.
I believe so. I believe so.
What he means to say is arson.
So,
yeah, someone arson around.
and the correct answer is burglary and assault.
Bullshit.
No, it's
No,
not.
we've
No,
seen
it's
on
not.
this. It's not. No.
It
She just hasn't
is
been
in
caught.
fact, and I have the full list of charges that she got, which were burglary
what'd
of
she
a
steal? A
which
load of
were
gasoline?
which were burglary of a dwelling with assault or battery, grand theft, resisting arrest, and tampering or removing an ankle monitor.
No, she stole a
With fire.
jerry can and a pack of matches.
That's it.
You just refuse to not see her as a fucking firebug, huh?
No, it's
She
look at the
is.
eyes.
Dude, come on. Polly, you know she's guilty of arson.
It's not
Everyone
this
knows
time.
it but you right now. Give a point to every... Nancy, get a point.
Divine Petulance
Look at her.
Divine Petulance is bored. That's unfortunate.
She
No, I think he
looks
means
like-
she is boring.
Oh,
She looks like the cover of a Netflix documentary.
that's true.
Dude,
I buy that. Yep.
She looks like the cover of a Rammstein album. By the way, thank you, Hakira. Appreciate it, man.
Okay, moving along to the next one. Racketeering, carjacking, or drunken disorderly conduct.
Uh,
All real
drunken
crimes.
disorderly.
Remember that. I mean, of course, they're real crimes, but real crimes that some of these girls committed is what. Yeah.
I don't know who goes carjacking with their hair down.
Okay.
I love the thought that went into that bit right there. That was
Number 3, drunken disorderly
Surely it's
conduct
tied
from
up.
Mike Savage.
It's like a blowjob, isn't it?
Yeah, Kira's right. She burnt off the ankle monitor. That was a
Thank
tamper.
you. That to me right there. She has the hair, the eyes, the demeanor, and the sallow expression of someone who got caught. Slurpee.
Gah! I haven't seen the turkey Slurpee choke in a good long time. Wow.
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Yeah.
in a
Do
minute.
that again.
Actually, I'm going to change my answer to racketeering.
Turkey.
Really quick. Doc, thank you for the $13 and the turkey Slurpee. The girls that look cleaner before you come on their chin. Then, all of a sudden, you hear this noise in the dimly lit room covered in taxidermy and other goth decor. You're welcome, Gospel.
The lights come on and it's just terrariums full of lizards. One of them's empty, but it's got your name on it.
Chad is really leaning towards drunken disorderly conduct, except for Spectral Umbreon, who's going with carjacking at number 2.
I'm changing my answer to 1.
Changing your answer to 1, racketeering. Okay.
It's 3
I
over
was
here,
wrong.
mate. You see it. Look at those eyebrows, dude. If I look at those eyebrows, I want to say arson again.
No, look.
Those are eyebrows that are
Oops.
racketeering.
No, Polly, no. God,
Look
fuck.
at these eyebrows. Those are aggravated stalking eyebrows. You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
These
then
are
look
these
at our girl right there.
Yeah.
They've been singed off.
Those are the eyebrows of a trained racketeerer.
Okay, so you think racketeering? Drunkle thinks
Yeah.
drunken disorderly conduct. Sam?
I've already seen the answer, but I'm
Sam.
gonna stick through the good gamemanship. I'm sticking with drunken disorderly.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the answer too.
Ah,
It's,
fuck.
I did
have to
not.
bow
It was
out.
carjacking.
God damn it.
It was indeed carjacking.
Can I just say then, looking at her, lucky car.
Yeah.
Who doesn't put their hair up when they're committing Grand Theft Auto?
So it was probably a spur of the
tie my
moment
balls to
GTA
my
thing, a
waist.
crime of opportunity. Saw the car and was just like, fuck it.
That said, yeah, like an unlocked. You think carjacking? You think that you Jimmy in the lock and everything? It might just been a crime of opportunity,
So not saying I believe in phrenology, but half of these girls have a face.
Yes, they are some of those people with faces of all time.
It's kind of the point of the game. Like this girl here has the lips of a cartoon woman.
This, if anything, this is the fire starter. This looks like the girl, if pushed to it, will burn down her entire school and everybody who made fun of her.
Yeah, but it's the dress.
It is.
That's why yours said it's the
Absolutely.
dress.
And the
Right,
extremely
yeah.
straight hair and absolutely it is.
I gotta go Myrtle. This bitch myrtled somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Sin on this one. I think she's been arrested long after the commission of the crime, and she's teed herself up to being arrested. I think she's a murderer.
You're both wrong. You're both wrong. You see, look at her, right? You look at her, right? You just got to look at her demeanor. Fucking straight back, fucking shoulders out there as well. Straight hair as well. Why straight hair? Because she's a straight A student in her wanky little private school. She got her first fucking A-. What does she do? She went off the fucking chain, mate. She went into a professor's fucking house. She didn't thief, right? She fucking left a pair of her own underwear there and then sent him a message pretending to be his wife. Theft and fraud, sir.
Okay. I mean, I see your reasoning stream there, I guess. By the same reasoning, Spectral Umbreon is a woman that wear plaid kill, so he's going with first-degree murder, agreeing with Sam.
Yeah, this is a myrtling bitch.
I'm sorry, Sam, what was your call?
I'm going for first-degree murder as well.
First-degree murder, really? Okay. And aggravated stalking.
Man, these
Stalked
bitches.
the guy she killed.
You
All the way
can't
to
win
his
the game
funeral.
that way. We've been through this.
Goose should get half a point for that. In all honesty, he was certainly closest.
Oh, God damn it! I've
Maybe she
lost
was
track.
working-
I needed to fucking. I actually have lost
She was
track.
working with the other aggregators. They were in cahoots. You stalk him on Mondays. I'll take Wednesdays.
Chat.
Yes,
Somebody's
yes,
been paying
fine,
attention.
Rick.
Who's winning? Fuck, I forget.
I believe Sinatra is.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he's.
This is
got
why I started keeping it
points.
the fucking tally sheet. Yeah, so- shit.
No, wait. I think it's
That's
a
working
tie.
well, isn't it?
Whew. All right, so moving along.
No.
Was she?
Meth.
Was
Battery. Battery. She's
Yeah,
got the eyes, the
battery.
battery eyes. It's the eyes of a battery.
I love the immediacy of the certain reaction. Arson. Battery. Gonna grab that, Sam.
Yeah, real quick. Dog says, thanks for the $2, Doc. He says, fuck Missouri, but in French because Doc is lazy.
Fuck Missouri.
So we got battery and Sam.
Yeah, no, I'm going with domestic battery as well. As a survivor of domestic battery.
I didn't say battery.
Oh, what did you say?
I said meth.
I did.
That's
not an option.
The lesser known, the Dwal, driving without license.
I completely agree with Akira. This is an example of the crazy eyes. I mean, full on. It just. Whew.
I'm loving it.
Battery.
All right. Was that another one there, Sam?
What? No, I'm just singing to myself.
No, I just heard Sam's
Well, then that's Sam's, not Sin's.
I didn't say sin.
No, I haven't had another one, though.
Then by all means.
Sam, the Frenchman, the size of 3 Irishmen.
True. Factually correct.
Okay, so you're not going to read it. All right, that's fine.
He read it.
Did he?
I read it.
I heard it again, and then I didn't hear anyone read. Oh, fuck, never mind.
Okay.
If someone wants to send another one, any of our ways, we'll just not read it so Polly feels better.
Yeah, hook him up, man.
Drunk or some love. Drunk or some love. He got here late, bless him.
All right. And the answer is fraud, actually.
Wow.
So what did she do particularly?
Frauded us, clearly.
She
Frauded
started
somebody out of a battery charge?
No, she started a GoFundMe claiming she had cancer and pulled in 30 grand and never had cancer.
Jesus.
Cam, if you just relegate yourself to being a piece of shit, you can get so much money.
Mm-hmm. If you want to just operate at the lowest level, there's plenty of scams to go with, man. Yeah, lots of pregnant ladies sell crack too and whatnot.
Agree, Akira. Smash on this one too.
What? I didn't think that this game was going to turn into a smash or pass. Now playing it, I have no idea how I didn't see that coming. No idea at all. The final one.
Smash.
Oh, smash. Absolutely. Every day of the week.
Was this young lady, who was at the time wanted but has now been apprehended, wanted for armed robbery, an illegal firearm, or theft over $5,000? So larceny, but not grand larceny in the state where she's from.
Oh no, I'm too distracted. Armed robbery of my heart.
Oh, Jesus
God,
Christ.
damn, this is why I knew I should have said something immediately as that donation ended. I was going to say theft of my heart, you piece of shit.
For God's sake.
Smash that. I would actually introduce this one to my mum. I don't care what she did. Take it home.
I'm gonna go with illegal firearm.
Okay.
I reckon she's I don't know, moved from a place to a place, or maybe has a minor criminal.
Hey, come on. I know she looks like an immigrant, but come on.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I reckon she's come from somewhere else. Doesn't currently possess the right to bear arms, and got one anyway because she's a single woman living alone.
Okay, so we have a illegal firearm from Sam and armed robbery of 2 Sims' hearts from Sin and Druckle, right?
No, yes. I went for theft of my heart.
Theft of you. Oh, so theft over 5. Your heart's not worth that much.
My heart is 5,000. It's over. Well, I thought it was in pounds. I haven't in
Polly
heart.
and I just could not get that out quick enough. Fustonia, Sin, with those uncanny skills of spotting red flags, and I send you a picture of the chick I just started talking to. With talent like that, it sounds like a good side hustle. Sure, I'll judge all your females. Why not?
I don't think, in the end, I don't think it matters what she did because.
Oh, nice, fantastic. Fucking beautiful.
Stop that, Sam.
I was told to
Would've been
give
a
you
white
up,
flag
but you
for
must
you.
read this and say it with enthusiasm. The French is superior country in both culture and language. Me and my fellow sheep-loving Welshman Bo in reverence.
Oh, God, right. Look, here's the thing, right? Because it read it out, but he did throw a fucking straight ton as well, right? And now a ton is about the size of 3/4 of an elephant. Doc said, I was told to give this, I was told to give you love, but you must read it and say it with enthusiasm. And I will, because, hey, you paid for it. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
The French is superior country in both culture and language. Me and my fellow sheep-loving Welshman bow in reverence. Doc,
I'll
thank
read
you
that.
so much. Thank you so much. Sinatra will do it for a tenner.
Yeah, well, I was trying to weasel my way to it.
Look, I read most things for that drunk guy falling over for $2.
Doc, you absolute fucking legend. Thank you so much, mate.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's fucking fantastical.
Good on you, Doc.
So here we are. Armed robbery, illegal firearm, theft over 5,000, and we have armed robbery and Sam going illegal firearm. It's spread across all three, and Drunkle dramatically overrating the value of his heart.
Oh my God.
I think everyone's really curious as to what the fuck this bitch did. Kira, thank you for the
tip.
It's pretty awesome too, by the way. I forgive her. I don't know what it is, but she's forgiven. Akira, thank you for the $10. The GoFundMe fraudster is a definite smash. I don't even falter. Everything on GoFundMe is a fucking scam. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
And somebody's asking for help on GoFundMe, and it's, oof. You gots to be suspicious, you know.
Every time people will be like, "Hey, someone in my family has testicular AIDS. Can you shield the GoFundMe?" And every time I'm like,
wait, you can get that?
Maybe.
Fuck.
All right, so here we go, and the answer is Sam's correct. Illegal firearm.
Hey, she is mine, fellas. I'm sorry.
But Sinatra. I got the particulars of this, and I think you're going to like this girl even more. You ready for this? She actually got charged with possession of a machine gun, possession of a silencer, possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute.
I see it. I see
baby.
it. I see it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Doc for $1 says participation trophy. All right, that's fine.
Oh, you fucking.
Get me one.
It's cool, thanks.
That is why I left her to the end. I'm like, wow, you win it all. Oh my God, what the hell?
I love that you referred to you said, I don't know, I didn't realize this game was going to be smash or pass, but it wasn't. It was smash, 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 smash. There were no passes.
Excuse me, you guys passed on the bitch with all the shit in her face.
Sinatra didn't.
Sinatra did not. I don't need to know them.
Right? More importantly, they shouldn't know who he is.
And that was Bitch Did What? Hopefully you guys like that.
That was good, Polly. That was great. That was a great game. It does, Sin, do you remember you had a game of dogs that did something and there was a sign.
Yeah, it's like dog shaming or something. That was a good one. And then I think one day I had Florida, Australia, or Russia, where I read the title of a crime and you had to guess which shithole it was from.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That was actually insanely difficult. That was a good game, Polly. I really enjoyed that.
That was good.
Fantastic work.
I hope it worked out well. I was hoping it was going to work out well, and it definitely seemed to have. So, yeah, Sin won. Well done. He's got the psycho detector attuned.
Do you want to change the title to Hot Bitch Did What?
And I asked last night, Sam was there, Zelthor was there, I forget who else was there at the time. I said, I need a name for this game. And Zelthor was playing Pixel Quest at the time, was kind of like, quarter paying attention to what was being said, as you do. And it's like, I don't know, hold on, what's the game like? And I describe it, and he goes, bitch did what? You win.
Just came over with that nonchalant. It was brilliant, yeah. I was running with Ho Done It, but nah.
Yeah,
Fish
Ho
did
Done
one
It,
so
that's
much
right.
Oh, done it's good.
It is.
Ho
It
Done
is.
It?
Exactly.
That is fantastic work. I mean, the thing is, like, Polly, look, if you're going to call it Bitchy What, I feel as though there should be a certain cadence to how you say the title. Like,
Bitchy
bitch
what?
did what?
Yeah, there should be. There should have been a lot.
Like big drums.
It was such a good choice, I think. Rub-a-bum like big drums. It's such a great intro of a black screen before the pod starts firing. I love it.
You
Akira.
have no idea how much I do that when I just walk into the pub. Just go, pum, pum. No one knows what I'm doing.
Akira, thank you for the $10. Oh, so she's a little ride and die type chick, and she fine? I love this game. It also allows the people in the audience to speculate on how they would die. Just like, if there is a ride or die girl, it was that one. A machine gun, a silencer, a possession with the intent to distribute. Holy, good Lord.
My
I'm
answer
having
to
heart
how would I die with
palpitations.
number 5 is between her thighs.
Just let her suffocate me.
Freedom.
Thank you, Doc, for the dollars as participation trophy. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
So there it is. And I can tell you guys that Sam knows a little bit about this, but I've been over to the STEM and the GOG, and I got my account is set up and my wish list's populated, and I've discovered a bunch of things about gaming that I wasn't expecting. The
name 6 things.
Rub-a-bum like big drums.
Can you record just the audio of you walking into a pub yelling out, "Rap-a-bum"? What is that?
Anytime you fucking want it, mate. I'll do it tomorrow. You got it, man.
Because it actually works as something to yell out, to declare your arrival. It works.
Because it's not just me walking. I pull out, I double door it. You know, you could open one door, but I don't know.
Frozen open.
And as people go, Millard, stop fucking doing that. We've had to replace the glass in that door 6 times.
I'm just picturing you now with like a bloody trench coat or something like that. You know, flaps.
Exactly.
dramatically,
A little
yeah,
John
throws it
Woo
over.
scene.
It's like the Columbine pub school massacre. You know?
Gulf City Librarian, thank you for the $10. Definitely more of this game. Definitely more of this gun. Definitely more psycho gun chicks. And that's all the white pill we need.
Get it.
Preach.
Get it.
Thank you, Gulf City Librarian. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dog, for the $1 participation trophy, but in French. Please come back soon, Sam. You know what? If these fellas want me, I'll come back anytime. They're a great bunch.
No. I colonize you, motherfucker.
1,115 drunkle. That's all I'm gonna say.
Years ago.
So I discovered that I discovered games that I want to play that I wouldn't have thought of by looking stuff up. I discovered a distinct lack of hentai games that I was promised. Yeah. Well, alluded to were there.
They are definitely there.
They're there.
Sinatra, I have an account and I have looked. And
you must have the safety filters on.
I do not.
They are there.
If you buy one of them, the rest will just float to the surface.
Well, they do. Admittedly, it does say, make sure you're signed in for tailored recommendations and whatnot. And then it says based on what's in your wish list, here's some other things along those lines. And since I haven't been able to select one game where you are the tentacle hentai monster or whatever the fuck, it's not recommending any others. So, no, they're not coming to the surface.
You want to be the tentacle hentai monster?
Well, I don't know how these games work. I've just been told that they
be
exist.
The change you want to see, you know?
You want me to program this game? Is that it?
Sounds like you do.
Well. And then over at GOG, too, GOG, having fun there. The other thing that surprised me, well, 2 things surprised me. One, the reviews are so much more useful than they are on Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was really blown away where they started screaming like, there's no way that this game is worth this much. And they list their reasons why. And you can immediately tell someone who's being pissy. At least I could. It seemed like I could, because a lot of the comments all fall into the same category when they're just being salty and pissy about something. Like, I threw into my wish list Hooded Man Stabby in Crowd number 3. Assassin's Creed, right. Number 3, because I wanted to play a game for a while, and the remastered version, and looking at the reviews of it. People who like it, and they talk about the setting, what's good, and they compare it to the remastered to the original. And number 2 is better. They screwed up the lore. And yeah, I don't care what you have to say. Fuck you.
Some of the best reviews I've ever seen, actually. And these are actually the most worthwhile reviews. And everyone has not only like seen these reviews, but they also have these reviews for games themselves. When I say it, you'll know exactly what I mean. You'll think of one certain game. That is you guys here, maybe not Polly, because he's not so much a gamer, but everyone in chat, right? It'll be a negative review. And it will say, I have 1,500 hours logged. 10 out of 10, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. That's a good call.
Normally League of Legends.
And I was shocked. Like, and not pretend shocked, but actually shocked at the price of some of them fucking games, yo. Red Dead, the Ultimate Edition with the online package included? Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I was a little blown the fuck away.
I mean, that shit is it's a pretty old game as well now, but because it's Rockstar, it's one of the latest they've done. It's not got. I mean, fucking, it's only been in like the past fucking year or two that Grand Theft Auto 5 actually went down in price.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
Zed Hero is number 3. The American Revolution one. Yep, that's what I want to play. I'm a big buff for the American Revolution era, and so to be able to run around in that world is going to be awesome. And I've watched a bunch of playthroughs, and I'm like, man, I really want to play it just to run around in this world.
It's the history of it more than anything, isn't it? Like, that's what I love about those games, is like being in that era. Not necessarily about what you do, but like the general ambience of it, and just, sometimes just looking around is fucking brilliant.
I think Bryce says the wait for the Steam sales. Yeah, I did hear that from a bunch of people. It's like, and now I get a number of things that I've heard before and didn't quite understand the depth of why everybody gets so excited and talks so much about the Steam Summer Sale. It's like, oh, nice, okay. Right.
Yeah, or as we call it, let's spend a fuck ton of money on games I will never, ever play.
So I got a bunch of friend requests that all like poured in, and I was trepidatious. But
I'm the only one you need to add.
Well, I was
I literally just sent it over.
Did you?
I forgot.
I trepidatious about accepting them
I was
because
just trying to find him. Fuck.
One of the first questions that I asked somebody else was, so is there a way that I can disallow gifted games? And it's like, why would you want to turn away gifts? It's like you can deny them once they're sent. And I'm like, can they get their refund? Can they get their money back? It's like, well, it's like, I'm not drunkle. I don't want hundreds of games sent to me that I never play. I'm not a dick. You know what I mean?
Why did you have to end it like that?
Well, can I reiterate the last conversation we had on this, where I said, I don't want to
disagreeing.
Well, I said dozens of games, and you laughed. You said dozens. Try hundreds. There's hundreds I have that I haven't played, and I'm like, well, isn't that like insulting?
I actually do that.
And I would love the idea of getting gifted one of the games that's in my wish list, but then I can understand some people getting, getting their pantaloons in a twist because they send you a game and it's a AAA expensive one that they want to see you play, but you actually have no interest in playing that game. It's like, what a waste of money for them, man. That sucks.
You're giving these animals too much credit. I mean, in one night, because people remembered that I work as a cleaner, I got 4 games that were all themed around toilets.
Wow.
And I played one of them for 4 hours, and I never went below 50 viewers live. How the fuck does Twitch work? I don't fucking know. It was a game about running public toilets. It's actually Toilet Management Simulator. That's actually what it's called.
Like Polly, I gotta get moving here.
All right, man. All right, we are gonna wrap it. Do you need to leave immediately, or can you?
I'm just letting you know I got like 5 minutes.
Oh
before I
yeah,
gotta
we
go
don't.
moving.
We're wrapping it up anyway. Bryce does say that it's you can refuse the gifted game and the money is sent back to them. And I'm like, okay.
Which is usually what I do if someone sends a AAA game like those $60 ones that I know I'm not going to play. I go, hey man, thanks, but no.
Those are the ones that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about like the $5. Hey, play this once games. You know what I mean?
Like the last game that was a AAA game where I'm like, man, I really want this was the Rick and Morty one, High Life
really?
is whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but I don't want to spend $60 and I don't want to like see if anybody else will.
It is because I bought it the day it came out. I was like, right, this is going to be fucking brilliant. It's not. It's not worth $60. Even worse, the day that it came out, it also came out on Xbox Games Pass. So if you just pay fucking, I think $17 a month, you could play it, and you'd only be playing that game for, even if you streamed it, fucking 6 days max. That pissed me off. That hurt me. That did. It's not worth it, mate. It's a good game. It's funny, but it is just a generic shooter. Do you know what I mean?
You know, people have recommended a bunch of games. I mean, Deep Rock Galactic, and then somebody mentioned a game that you'd really like is Star Trek. Star Trek Online, which I've heard about on the Trek podcasts because I'm a big Trek fan. People talked about Star Trek Online forever and a day. So yeah, I was really considering it. And there are a whole bunch of Star Trek games there. I looked, and it's like, I don't know, hard to make a decision between them. And it's, yeah, like that person says, it's probably best to just go with Star Trek Online.
On that note,
Mhm.
I bought a new T-shirt the other day.
All right.
It's like one of the old fucking college, grey with the text. Starfleet Academy established 2161. I love it. I love it.
That actually is a good Star Trek shirt. I like that.
I want to wear it all the time, but everyone's going, you wearing that same shirt again, Miller? Like, yeah, fuck it, mate.
Nobody figured out what the first
10 of them. Fuck you.
I already figured out what the first game I'm going to play is. It's going to be it's Pong. It's Pong.
It's what?
Pong. There's two paddles on either side of the screen and a square
You
ball
did
that
say
goes.
Pong.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Pong.
Actually, hey, anyone out there in the chat right now, gift this piece of shit. Fuck. What was the game we used to play with G that had Pong in it and fucking Jogger Frog?
Oh, Pummel Party.
Pummel Party, dude. If he gets Pummel Party, we're bringing this back, mate. We're doing AAA fucking gaming again. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
I will buy it for you. We're doing this.
Got like a 3-way Pong on that, because that would be fucking awesome.
There is. I've seen 3-way Pong.
Pummel Party is a phenomenal game.
We had great fun with it as well. That was
the actual first game I'm going to play without question is the 1997 point-and-click Blade Runner, because I'm a Blade Runner super fan, and that's one of the So over there it's available on GOG. And it's optimized for PC, so you don't have to run whatever the fuck, DOSBox or an old-style computer to be able to manage it, not have the game fuck up constantly on you. Because I have the ROM
and you
for
are going
it.
to be streaming this?
Yeah.
Where will you be streaming it?
On Twitch.
Maybe if you were to share a link.
Well, yeah. I don't remember what it is, so.
Too hard, eh?
No, I'm at Polly_Dub. There's no mystery. That's what's always
Get
been.
a Streamlabs, Polly.
I
remember that.
Oh God, it's been a while since I've heard that. Fuck.
Get a Streamlabs. Download OBS, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'll get up to date eventually.
Stick
that
with
and
Google Hangouts.
I'm thinking the first the narrative games. There's a fuck ton of them I want to play, and a hell of a lot of detective games and noir games. And
Black Sad is pretty good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of my wish list from at both GOG and Steam, but LA Noire seems like a must do for me. I don't know how interested people are going to be to see it though.
All right.
It's like everybody.
I gotta go take care of kids. I will catch you guys later.
All right, Sin. See you later, man.
See ya.
Yeah, Sin.
I'm also going to have to go take care of kids soon. Not in the same way.
That didn't sound creepy at all. Well done. Well done.
They need feeding.
Again.
Talking about goats.
Yeah.
He's Welsh, remember?
For fuck's sake.
The day a fucking French.
On that note, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you very much.
Clever bastard.
Don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. Oh, actually, Sam Miguel, before you, Sam Miguel says L.A. Noire, detective mysteries sat way back when you were born, Polly.
Sat way back when you were born.
Yeah, but it's like it's a Rockstar game, so it's still free roaming, old school cars, old school outfits.
I already said L.A. Noire. Were you not just listening?
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
I said that's the game that I'm not certain that anyone will want to watch replay because for me, it's all fresh. It's all new. Yeah, press X to doubt. Everyone knows the joke, but I have never played it. Where I can just imagine people like in chat going, "Holy fuck, this guy's just playing this game now." It's like, yeah. We're gonna turn on.
Woo! I have that game on my list of next games to stream, mate. Like, I have that, you know. Get on it, mate. You would be the perfect person to be doing that.
There's so many noir games, like detective games and stuff, that like I'm like, oh my god, this looks fucking awesome. This is a great way to indulge my noir fun. Kira, thank you for the $3 from 8 minutes ago. I like the French English guy. Sam should stop by more often, if only to irritate Drunkle. Also, prices have turned me off of gaming. If all games are $60, I'd rather spend that on Warhammer minis. I find that interesting that you are worried about the high price of video games, but are willing to go to Games Workshop for minis. I mean, oh my God, what the hell? Hey, have you given up your Fabergé egg collection hobby too?
With the price of eggs at the moment? Fuck.
like being a tabletop wargaming mini painter myself, I paint Warlord game minis, like Revolutionary War era minis, and oh my God, they're like 1/10 the price of anything more. You know, I get it though.
You still know better than to question whether or not he gets his fucking minis from.
I should imagine that when it comes to the Revolutionary War, the minifigures, like you're getting right in there with the detail though, yeah.
Well, yeah. My guys are all
that sounds cool.
Yeah, my guys are all painted to be the 34th Virginia Militia unit. That's the infantry that I'm putting together. So they're all period correct with the correct uniforms and whatnot. And all the militiamen are period correct, meaning a hodgepodge of this and that, because they're a bunch of farm boys with their father's muskets and let's go skewer us a Brit. You know.
Ah, they just described you, Sam.
American I can get behind.
And Doc,
hey,
thank you for the dollar.
Anyone.
Sent me a link for the Johnny Walker Black Director's Cut Scotch whiskey. Interesting.
Director's Cut whiskey. I don't know why, but I like the sound of this.
It's their name of their I'm just going to do this in air quotes. High-end Johnny Walker.
Oh, Blue Label wasn't high-end enough. Let's go.
Right? Hakira, thank you for the $10. I'm one of those people that is super excited to see you paint. I'm a war gamer, and I'm building a Necron arm, really Necrons, and working on some pinup models as well. I can't wait to see your black powder stuff. Yeah, it's the only thing that I got a problem with. I love the black powder series. I bought the hardcover black powder rule book just so I could get the one special edition mini that comes with black powder. I had to have it, and I wanted the hardcover anyway. But in painting them,
this, mate. You're a total geek. I love this about you, dude.
Warhammer has so many special edition minis. Every con that they have, every store that opens, they'll put out a special edition, Black Templar or whatever the fuck, Space Marine or Primarch or whatever the hell. There's only one in black powder, so you goddamn well know I'm gonna go over hill and dale to get it, and I did.
Hell yeah!
But that's where I came up with the idea of wood punk. Because, it's a Revolutionary War. There's no vehicles. There's no mechs. And like steampunk, you have these mechs that didn't exist at the time. So they've fantasy created all this stuff. So if you got cyberpunk, you got steampunk. What would be Revolutionary War with like technology, with like giant wooden mechs with wood burning stoves in their center? They would be wood punk.
Siege weaponry here, aren't you?
Yeah. I was like, I want vehicles, damn it. I want mechs. And so wood punk.
You never seen the Flintstones?
It would be on that level. So, a guy in the center of this giant wooden apparatus with armatures on it and giant cannons coming
up. Like a Wicker Man or something.
Yeah. This is
on fire and shit.
3D printing's a thing. I need to get good at Blender and make this happen.
The one thing this one rule pisses off every Games Workshop in the world. 3D printing. They don't want you to know that. That's the fucking the Warhammer version of an emulator.
That's actually a very good way of summing it up. Actually, I like that. I'm going to write that down.
Coal punk is better. Nurse Khaleesi says, "Yeah, she thought wood punk didn't really roll off the tongue. I find it hard to disagree. It's
I like no wood punk is good. Yeah, right.
But well, you know, steam, cyber, whatever powers the thing, right? So my mind, I don't know, just went right to wood.
Powder punk, then, right?
Powder punk, yeah, I guess.
Splinter punk, because you can't separate the wood from the splinters.
It makes it sound edgier too. Splinter punk. Yeah.
Ooh, pointier.
Oh. And then Akira, I only buy Games Workshop from Amazon and 3D printers. Good. Yeah, Games Workshop fucking hates 3D printing, and I do love to see the giddiness with which people make their own Warhammer stuff.
Oh, you can get some fucking decent files out of when people start making their own unique things as well, like because you still end up with the same fucking stats as any other thing, but it looks cool, and that's half of the goddamn game sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you very much for showing up on the off day. Thank you very much for all your generosity towards everybody. Sam, thank you for coming in general and on an off day at that.
Oh, no problem. Not a problem.
And thank you, Sinatra, who had to leave because not only were we on an off day, but we ran long. So I'm glad he showed up. And Drunkle, thank you for coming in, even though, you know, off day. So where can they find us next, Drunkle?
I fucked up. It was my bad. We're going to be back. Oh, shit. I was going to say on Friday. It's not. It's tomorrow. You see how this is throwing me off? It's throwing me off.
Later on today.
For me and you, dude, yeah, it is in fucking, what, 18 hours?
Give or take, yeah, give or take.
Give or take is just another way of saying you're wrong. We're going to be back at on the Sinatra, the Silent Sin channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 p.m. on Christmas Island. Bollybobs.
Excellent. And there it is, chat. You have a good night, and we will see you, well, in 18 hours, I guess. Have a good night, everyone.
Give or take. Give or take. Thank you, Doc.
On the last one in, Akira pepper spraying the kid for the $3. Games Workshop has released 31 exclusive Primark Space Marine lieutenants, and none of them are special. That's why I make my own conversions, and I model my own shit. 3D printing has changed the game. Yeah, I'm a kit basher myself. I have a bunch of soldiers and mounted commanders that don't exist. What? Kit. Kit bash.
Oh, okay.
It's where you take different heads and arms and legs and stuff and mix and match, and then carve accordingly.
The same thing to me.
Yeah, well. So remember, always ask for her criminal record before you go out on a date. It might be enticing. Or a red flag that you're happy you found out about. Have a good night, everyone.